Good morning, Sinful.
Good morning. Good morning. I see Twitter is up to its regularly broadcasted bullshit. Uh,
It is, but I actually feel good about it because I was thinking I was like shadow banned or something because I can't even pin you in tweets and anybody else. So it's like it just forgot who all my friends are, I guess.
it happens when you get too famous. Starts forgetting your friends.
Ha 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 ha.
Lol.
As long as I can tag Jim Cedric, then I can survive. If I can't tag Jim, then I quit. I quit Web3.
I know he must nourish us with protein from the grill.
He must. And I actually just not that I've been sitting here like rolling and re-rolling all morning, but I did just roll a Jim Cedric Vipe character. And he had ears, kind of like the mute ears, but it had like the hair and the glasses. So I posted in the thread. I'm like, I just rolled Jim Cedric.
You said not that you've been rolling all morning, but I kinda highly doubt that.
No, no comment. I mean, I certainly didn't get up and go to like a 4 o'clock in the morning party, waiting until 5 o'clock in the morning my time to start rolling. You know, that's not me. Although Twitter, I guess, would say otherwise because I posted at like 4:30 in the morning.
Tisk tisk Canessa. How was the tea party?
Oh my gosh! So like I was laying in bed, like I knew that the minting would start at 5 o'clock my time, and I did not want to get up and get going. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, no, it's too early. But then I remembered the Billy T Coin started his what was it? DJ Ability party at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I couldn't quite pull it together to make it to the 3 o'clock time, but I was like, maybe there's still somebody there and like it'd be cool to show up because I think Billy, now I realize what our friends overseas, when they show up to our events, like it's not a good time of the day. But I got there and like they were rolling, they were like having fun. Billy's got the music flowing, like it was fun. It was awesome. CK, everything.
Yeah, for Billy, when waking up or he's waking up for usually ABCs, like 8 p.m. Eastern time for him is like 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. for him. He's got his coffee. We're like, halfway through our Monday, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be different. I mean, it's got to be different to like be on such a weird sleep schedule. Because if I had to do this all the time, like wake up super early, I don't know, like, it probably wouldn't be good. Because then they're like, well, should we do this every week? And I'm like, yeah, like this is fun, but wow, every week getting up this early, I don't know, but it was awesome. Like I think everybody should go and listen to it because he had such a cool background. It's like a Australian background, and I don't know. He does a really good job of like picking songs and music to go together that you normally would not think go together very well, but he can do it. So that was cool.
Yeah, at least like from our friends from like that side of the world, it's just a huge opportunity for them. I know at first it'd be very, very slow, gaining traction for the event, having people know about it, but the more the event happens, the more people will show up from that time zone, and you never even know, like people might even log into Decentraland for that party.
Yeah, and I mean it's different. Like it was cool. It was just cool to be with all of those friends, and like I'm the tired one getting my coffee, but they're all like rolling and like, yeah, it's like 8 o'clock at night. This is perfect. And I'm like, oh, like, wow, okay, this is what it feels like to go to a party and everybody else is like energy and lively and you're the tired one. Like, I don't know. It's good for perspective, I think, just to yeah, turn the tables. And maybe because he had it all decorated like Australia, it just was like a different vibe. It was really cool.
What does Australia vibe decoration means? Like there were koalas everywhere or
There
something?
were Jim Cedric was a koala. There was a an emu. I have to make sure I get my terminology right. Not an ostrich. That's a different continent. There was an emu you could sit on and ride, or just sit on. I guess not ride it, but there was a kangaroo, and then there was like a little lizard that you could look for, and then the ground was all red ground, like the Australian desert, and there was I think Ayers Rock. There was a picture of that in the background, and then I think he had like some cool projection. It wasn't just a normal screen, I feel like it was kind of that translucent screen type that it just looked really cool. So, just kind of I think if it had been a normal like the normal build, it might not have had that same feeling. Like I definitely felt like I was walking into Australia. So,
You're you are walking into the outbacks. Oh, good old Australia. It's another place in the world where like absolutely anything can kill you. Just like Florida. Just like Florida. That might be why Billy and I get along so
yeah,
well.
that's what I told them because they were talking about like all these different things. I was like, oh, so Billy, like you just walk out your door and it's like a war zone, and he's like, no, no, I live in the city. But then they were talking about like they were like, yeah, and the huntsman, and I was like thinking the huntsman must be some guy that like some cool dude that like roams the outback looking for like wayward souls. And no, the huntsman is a big fucking spider. So I was like, no, like this place. How do they let their children run free like when everything kills?
It's like how do you even let your children play outside with all these creatures out there?
Make those
uh
children tough. They're like walking around with like a knife and just ready to I don't know combat them. I guess.
I know it's like out of the region since it's Australia, maybe a lot out of the region. But have you ever heard of a camel spider?
Yes. Yes, they've got like long
The,
legs, right?
yeah, the first time I ever learned about a camel spider, I was fucking terrified of spiders shortly after.
Yeah. There's like some stat where they're like the most poisonous or some kind of like the most like most deadliest or something that oh
Like somewhere along the lines of like if it bites you, it begins to rot your skin around the bite or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, just like looking at these things, they're meaty freaking spiders. They're I don't know like what muscles regular spiders have, but like camel spiders are that on steroids.
oh no thank you. I mean I will deal with the cougars and the bears and that's and avalanches. I'll deal with that. I don't think I have to deal with these other things.
Oh, I live in Naples, Florida. There's cougars everywhere in many senses. But but go ahead.
Deadly things that want to kill you.
Ah, you're talking about the deadly things. I mean, yeah, we still got those, I guess. I guess down here we call them panthers because we want to be fancy, and not just panthers, but they're Florida panthers.
Ugh.
Ever been stalked by one?
No, but a lot of people in my area have, and I've found like logs that they've used as their kitty scratching post. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
stalked, and I just didn't know because I think that they're the kind that they're so stealth that you wouldn't know if you're being stalked or not. I think.
I've been stalked by one of these Floridian panthers before.
Did it feel like,
uh,
oh,
it must have been feeling playful on that particular day. I don't know if it had already eaten and was just playing, or if it was hungry and was happy to see us. But my cousin and I were just like drove deep into like the Everglades, like where there is land, and we like jumped some barbed wired fences and stuff like that like clearly probably had a sign saying keep out, panthers ahead, but we don't read. um so we were fishing and all you would hear is like this purr noise like surround us, like it was just purring.
well, at least the cat was happy, I guess. Keep it happy.
Kitty was happy. Maybe it noticed me. Fellow kitty brethren was just happy to see me.
Well, like, I don't know about down in Florida, but here you have a saying like you don't have to be the fastest person in your group. Like if you get chased, you just have to be faster than the slowest person in your group. Like you just have to be faster than your buddy and then you're okay.
No, friend.
Or push your friend down and get his hat and yeah, but
I think that's usually the general rule, like in nature for like anything. Like think about the gazelle getting hunted by the lion. It's like it has to have like this like sucks to be you mindset because like they just start hauling ass and it's like and then like maybe a half mile later they'll like regroup and be like, all right, who's missing?
yeah, I mean that's kind of like the Web3 space. Like when we're rolling for these vipes, you know, it's like all like every man for himself. Kind of. There's some teamwork, I guess, but it's like survival of the fittest. Like, so
Okay, so I'm probably going to say an unpopular opinion, but maybe it can help me understand why it is so cool. What's up with Vipe? I don't get it. It's a VRM that you roll, like NFT project, I guess.
yep.
Whatever. Like I'm okay. Now
So
what?
I would say, like, as a human behaviorist, they have capitalized on the basic human behavior that humans respond better to randomized rewards, not predictable rewards. Like if you knew you were gonna get a cool one every 5 rolls or every 50 rolls, it would take all of the novelty out of it. But because it's so goddamn randomized, it's so addictive. So right now, and also like it's exclusive, the exclusivity, the fact that you can't just go mint it. People love that. So like now it's kind of open to more like to a bigger audience. I think also you have a level of choice on it, whereas most like blind mints, when you know like if you get a like a PFP, like the snarky sharks. You get what you get and you don't have a choice. For this one, you get to choose. You just get to keep rolling. And then you get to possibly find like rare traits. And then there's like uber rare ones. There's 5 legendary VRMs that you could get. And 2 of them have been found so far. So it means there's still 3 out there. So I think it's like, I mean, just the behaviorism aspect, it's just like that's prime for getting humans addicted because we love things like that. But then also you can use it in Hyperfi. Oh, I don't even know all of them. Hyperfi, Monoverse. There's a couple others, and I believe like it says they're going to be able to use them in Decentraland, which makes me think that they're going to. The only way they could do that would be like a linked wearables project, I believe. So my guess is that they're going to go for a linked wearables grant as well. So that I think that's part of it. They also like when you in order to get on the white list or the allow list to have access, you have to post on Twitter and do these other things. So I think that the hype is also just like getting you to respond on the social media to get spots so that you can mint these out, and then the price goes up. So I mean, whoever, if you want to look at like a good example of a project that has like a bunch of boxes checked to get people really hyped and hooked and addicted, this one's doing a pretty good job. It's not that I'm rolling as I'm telling you all this either.
I mean, I guess I can see the the attraction. I just don't see the attraction for too long, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like humans, like people, we want what we can't have. The FOMO is real. Like by limiting the amount of people that can do it at first, then it creates that sense of like, I mean, the fear of missing out. Like, I want that. Like, what do you mean I can't go do that? I want to go do that. So right there, people want to be a part of it. And then it was cheaper. It was like 0.01 ETH to begin with. Now it's 0.02, and then it's going to be 0.03. So, you've got like a scale, like an increasing scale of cost also. So, yeah, like I mean, hopefully people are getting ones that they like and enjoy. I think there's not been any sales, so as far as like a resale value on it, like who knows? I mean, the floor hasn't been set, and I think it's like, to me, that it's scary when you don't see any kind of floor. Like, you don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee they're going to hold their value at all. It's cheap.
hmm there's no guarantee there's a value at
Yeah.
all. Um, like I guess maybe for me, I'm just being a little biased or whatever, or not understanding the whole concept because like I'm already sinful. I already have a sinful VRM, thank God. Thank you, Kurzos, you animal. So so like with that being said, I don't need to be anything else. I don't want to be a teenage whatever on the internet. I'll be sinful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see what else they come up with, like if there is more utility than that, like if they expand into different metaverses as well, um, or if people really like the style. There's a couple cute styles. um, I'd say a lot of
But
my style.
what I will
Go ahead.
what I will say is that I had a pretty cool one gifted to me. Hee
What? That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I won't tell you how long it took me to find one that said sinful, like
And
because,
I will treasure it forever.
well, it's just a fun challenge when you're like, okay, like I know what sinful looks like in Decentraland, but like what would he look like if he was one of these Vipe avatars? Like, is it just the color? Is it the characteristics? Like, is it the, yeah, like I don't know. It is kind of cool just to redefine who you are. Like, who is Kanessa? I haven't found Kanessa. Kind of don't really think I see her vibe in these, but there's some cool ones.
Yeah, so I guess like for me, that's why my Vipe is special to me because it was a gift from a good friend. Anything from there, I'm not smart enough.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of want the like that pink, that really extremely extremely rare one that I'm not gonna get, but there's that like 0.0001 chance that I could roll it. I think my odds are like 1 in 20,000, so there's a chance. Oh my gosh, but Rustan came in. He got like 2 hours of sleep 2 nights ago, and he's got 10. He calls him the Roos 10.
Lol.
And I see one existence came up. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you, thank you. I came up because I'm on your side there with this sinful. Um, I guess one thing I would also point out though is there seems to be several Decentraland businesses that are involved with the Vipe as well. I think it was Low Poly Models or no, Polygonal Mind and Crypto Avatars. I saw H3D on there, Metagami Mall. So that's probably also part of the hype. But I'm just sick of everybody posting it everywhere in my face, and I can't go mint.
Lol. I mean, it gets easier once you just don't look, or once you have a sinful VRM made by the great Kurzos, it's easier not to look.
Yeah, I'd love. I have a couple VRMs, but they're not anything. They're one anybody could use. So, or a donut. There's that too.
So I guess maybe that's like a part of it because I don't have any VRMs. So anytime I go to a party, I'm that like white, like Tesla avatar that is just plain. So I guess I like to that extent this because I don't know how to get a VRM. I don't like of Canessa made. Like I don't have one. I don't. Yeah, we haven't found how to. So for me, it's like it does let me personalize who I am in Hyperfi a little bit more.
I'll have my people write up a quote for you.
The first time I went into Hyperfi, it was Rustan's Blockbuster, and Sinful was there. And I know what you mean. I'm trying to figure out how do you bring your own avatar, or where's the avatars, or what. I said, so my choices are being a naked robot or a worm.
The worms.
Hey, the worm is funny.
Yeah, the worm sounds pretty good.
It I remember hanging out at Blockbuster as a worm. I swear you go faster when you're a worm because like you're closer to the ground, so like I guess everything moves faster past you and shit. I guess it's all about perspective. Like when you have a rice burner and you lower it, like you're going like 30 miles an hour, but you're like, yeah, I'm going fast as shit. And your probably muffler also is screaming in the back, like
Well, I
like
swear.
telling you you're going fast as shit, but you're not. Go ahead, Ganessa.
Yeah, well, I think you go faster in Decentraland like on a hoverboard. Like I swear you do. And I don't know if it's true or not, but like maybe it just has to render like slightly less scenes, or maybe it's just perspective that your body, your eyes are not seeing your body run. It's just like smooth, and so you're just like, yeah, I'm fast as shit. I don't know. I
I'm
have
fast as shit, boy.
What's that?
Fast as shit, boy.
Yeah, I put it to the test years ago, gosh, a year ago at the Aquarium Casino, and we had a race, and I swear I was gonna win, but I didn't, and I really thought I was faster than everybody, but they beat me.
I'd be curious how many hearts in the room of people that have a VR or a Vipe.
I guess it's just
Mine was a gift.
They're not listening because, well, you said Rustan has 10.
Yep. I think
We should have 10 hearts.
Yeah. Okay. Kate threw up a heart. Last team threw up a heart.
There we go. Rustan threw one up there too. So.
I see Rustan's coming up to speak. Maybe he will explain to us why he hasn't thrown up 9 other hearts.
Yeah, I don't usually react because I'm usually on desktop.
Good morning, Rustan.
It doesn't let me react. Good morning. Yeah, I just wanted to clear up some things. Polygonal Mind is not like collaborating with Vipe. Polygonal Mind is Vipe. Vipe is a rebrand of Polygonal Mind, and Polygonal Mind makes crypto avatars. So it's all one company putting it all out. And Canessa, you know how to make a VRM because I made a tutorial on how to make a Decentraland character a VRM.
Oh.
It's super easy. Just follow the tutorial.
Okay, where is that posted?
I'll post the link
Ooh,
in the
that could be a
comments.
good.
I couldn't
Okay.
find
Yeah,
you or Sin through search on Twitter. I wonder if
Yeah, it's broke. Or no, you got shadow banned, Ruston. It's you
yeah, I know
specifically.
I'm shadow banned, but I was able to find
Yeah.
you guys yesterday.
No, it's the algo or something. Like I couldn't find anybody this morning, and everybody else is commenting on the same thing. So it's not just you. You didn't get shadow banned this time.
it's not you, it's me. Well, welcome up, Rustan. Uh, you stayed up all night after Beyond the NFT, dude. Rolling.
Yeah, man. One of the pitfalls of this thing is that you come across one that you really like, and you have to make a decision whether or not to mint it. And I passed on one and regretted it immediately, and was just trying to get it again or get something better than it. And for 24 hours, I got nothing.
24 hours like of rolling or
24 hours of rolling. I got like 2 hours of sleep in there, and then like an hour or two of like picking up my kids in school and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll save some for those of us that aren't on the OG or any white list, please.
And I'm just trying to get one of those too. I'm not trying to get a million of them, but there's still plenty left, and there's plenty amazing ones left. And it's just funny because everybody's posting screenshots of what they're rolling, and it's like I've seen almost all the ones that people are posting screenshots of.
Yeah, I feel like I'm looking for something, but I don't even know what I'm looking for. This like taps into my compulsiveness that I'm like, yeah, the cool one is out there. I gotta find her, but I'm like, I don't even know what she looks like because I don't think there's one that has like hummingbird hair with like the two ponytails, which would be cool if there is, but I don't know.
Yeah, there definitely is. I haven't seen it with hummingbird hair yet, but there definitely is.
So, can you help us understand like what are other benefits? Because I mean, Sim's got a good point that we are who we are, and then there's that barrier of like entering other metaverses and the interoperability that just having your own VRM kind of like it just kind of solves that problem. So, why do you think should
Well, we all know how amazing Polygonal Mind is in Decentraland, and they are really at the forefront of everything Web3, really. And so we've seen, especially with VRMs, those of us that really have explored Hyperfi, on top of what we know of them with Decentraland, with Hyperfi, we've seen what they've been doing with VRMs and how big they are as far as the CCO public domain use of these avatars that they make. And so what's cool about Vipe is that these you will own them and you will have the IP rights. And as far as like any NFT collectible minting goes, this Vipes are like the best collectible I've seen in Web3 because everything is done and ready to go, and you can take your Vipe and you can drop it in Monoverse, on Cyber, Spatial, Hyperfi. I'm sure Decentraland's going to set up linked wearables, or I know they're working on VRM set up in Decentraland. So like it's going to be a part of Decentraland, but you can also immediately start using it for VTubing. You can take your characters, you can edit them, you can manipulate them, you can add your personal characteristics to them, and they're yours to profit off of forever, And so it's just like when I look at the other communities that I'm a member of, like CloneX, which is really pushing the limits right now. But there's other ones like, Bored Ape doesn't have this to the fullest degree of like usability and interoperability. Nobody has it. Nobody really has it. Like CloneX is building it, but Vipe is like at the forefront, and they're like every day they blow my mind. And some of the hints that they've put regarding this drop, like we haven't seen yet what they have planned in store, and knowing what they're capable of through Decentraland and Hyperfi, and seeing what they've built for other people, even in Sandbox. They understand all the metaverses, and the team that's behind it, how knowledgeable and amazing they are. It's just, I'm super bullish on Vipe, and I'm down for whatever they do.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting. Like, you bring up an interesting point about the IP rights behind it, because I think that, you know, there have been some people that have taken their PFPs like from other projects and turned it into like their logo. And like, I know there's one, Women and Weapons, that they used on like some kind of like drink. They have it printed on cans, and so I could see that, like, building a brand around it, building like a character, and yeah, I don't know how else you would do it.
It's like you can take these characters and already create an animated TV show right off the bat. And so if you mint characters that have iconic value, you can create a whole brand like easily without
Decentraland characters too. Like I could,
yeah,
right?
You could do that, but you have to build those, you know. So you still have to convert your Decentraland character to a VRM, which I just posted in the comment section of one of the retweets. The YouTube.
So you had just mentioned that you can take your character and use it for whatever, monetize. How so like there's that Goku outfit there in the project. How do you get around that one? Is it slightly different, or is it like kind of like the same?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I talked to Sinks about that months ago. Not specifically that one, but there's a Clonex wearable that is like, I think it's like that Dragon Ball Z hair, and it's like pretty close to exactly how it is. And so I don't know. Maybe because it's just like a trait of that character, it's still okay. But I don't know. I'm not an IP attorney, but like, you know, if you get one that looks exactly like the Dragon Ball Z character fully, then maybe that's an issue. I don't know if that's even possible when you're minting a Vipe.
What they said this morning is that there are going to be Vipes that have the complete set. Like, you know how there's an entirely purple outfit. So there's some out there that will have like that outfit, like the whole outfit goes together. And so that would be really rare to get that outfit. So I'm not sure if they modeled like a specific outfit after the, like, as close as the Goku character as possible, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. I mean, I'd be surprised if you could make much content with that without getting questions from, you know, whatever company it is.
I mean, that's one that I would personally re-roll anyways. But more importantly, it's like and one existence. I think you should double check the minting site to see if you're eligible to mint right now, because you may be eligible. But like for me, it's just like, this is kind of like a low risk situation unless you're minting like 10 of them like I did. But if you go for one and you just go through the experience and have fun re-rolling and mint one and have one and have it at the ready to use and at Vipe parties and things like that, it's not a bad thing for the price, you know. So it's worth exploring. It's an amazing team that's done a lot for Decentraland, and I've like really built an awesome relationship with them via Hyperfi, and they're just awesome people. And they're in Lisbon now at some NFT conference, and it's just cool to be up to date on everything that they're doing. You know, they have great communication, and you know, they're part of it. They're part of everything, and so it's kind of like a no risk thing, really. So it's worth checking out.
So what do you think the floor price will be in 6 months?
Who knows? But I would love to see it do extremely well. But I'm definitely not minting looking for profit. I have like 1 or 2 of my 10 that I'd be down to sell, but you never know with anything. I mean, we're still in a bear market, right? But if it started at 0.1, it can only go lower than a 0.01, right? You can only lose from there if you mint it at that price. And right now it's 0.02, so it's like $20 plus gas, you know. Like if it crashes, who cares? And if it does great, awesome.
I didn't see a single one that I would buy though on OpenSea anyway.
Doesn't exist yet.
Exactly.
There can only be one in existence for you.
I mean, I'm not saying I want the legendary one with the hot pink hair. Like, it's not like that one is on my list. But like, you know, like I said, I think before you got here, I believe it's like 1 in 20,000. I don't even know if the odds would be that good because it's randomized. I think that would be optimistic to say that I'd have a 1 in 20,000 chance of getting it. But Ingester got one last night, and then I think Ex Lover got the first one, the blue. But that hot pink, you know, I kind of like that pink hair, you know.
I can say it's been a lot of fun, like hanging with everybody in their Discord as we mint and stuff. It's been a really fun experience, and I think those of us that have been doing it are going to have a little bit of withdrawal when it's all over.
It's okay. I'm sure it'll be like Mega Cube time, right? Soon.
Yeah, but I didn't like Mega Cube as much as I love polygonal stuff.
Well, I'm curious as to, because I was reading some of that, and one of the ways was, I think, 10 or different.
you're like, if you put a wine bottle in at the bottom of your build, and I'm like, on my build, I'll be like way up in the air, and it's super small down there, but the little control that you grab it with stays the same, whether it's a tiny little thing down there or something like a swimming pool way up above. And it's as hard as it is to grab today as it was 4 years ago. So it's like, come on, like, or there's like this sequence you have to click, like, if you somewhere on your page, wine bottle or at the bottom of your build, click a rotate tool and then back to resize. There's like a sequence that once you know it, you're just like, all right, second nature. But if you aren't aware of that, you'll be like, why is this not working? And it's just like an added level of frustration that we don't need. But I know it's antiquated, but today as it was 4 years ago. So it's like, if we don't maintain that, and or there's like this, then it's just Decentraland's only going to be accessible for people with higher level like modeling skills, and yeah, that's where we should all go. But that is not necessarily where people come in, and they need to be able to access it like at the level where they're at.
Yeah, everything you guys want, like that already exists on Hyperfy, and I've been very direct in telling the foundation, like, pay attention to what Hyperfy is doing, and they're doing that. They're taking action. They've Mayara has gone and is spending time looking and then passing on information to foundation, and I've heard that there's been conversations and plans to improve things. But yeah, it's always surprising to hear what everybody wants. And
I'm able to do one. However, all I have is a shadow of a figure, and then it shows me it shows me traits, but it doesn't show me what my avatar looks like.
You might need to refresh. Sometimes there's glitches like that.
All right. So if anybody wants a Vipe, go check it out now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll see you in like a week, man. Have fun. Dive deep in the rabbit hole.
That one you just posted, Kanessa, I haven't seen one that looks like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's out there. I'm a big advocate of catch and release. I do not like to hurt the Vipes. I just let them go. And Lastrom, good morning. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. I just wanted to comment on the whole, like, going to other metaverses. Interesting. What about Web 2 companies integrating into Web 3 and us taking all of our experiences and skill sets that we've learned and going to those platforms? And I'm speaking sort of specifically to Fortnite Creative. Because, and just quick backstory, like, they're on the cusp of allowing integrations that can potentially tie into Web3. So I'm just curious what you guys think of, like, yeah, all these other metaverses are great and we're all trying to figure them out and some are better than the others, but like, what happens when like Fortnite just comes in and allows Web3 or something?
Yeah, that's huge. That would be huge.
And
yeah, I think we definitely have to be ready to be there before it happens and connect. Because to me, I feel like the best possible scenario is for Fortnite to partner with a metaverse platform. So combine minds, but they don't need to do that, and if they did show up in Web3, then that's like game over, because like everybody who plays Fortnite is not going to go somewhere else.
Well, check this out just quickly. And I've been diving into Fortnite Creative and understanding it a little bit better. Anybody that doesn't know, you can use Unreal Engine and or inside Fortnite and create islands. And then depending on the popularity of that island, you get part of the revenue share of the 40% of the revenue that Epic has set aside. And I'm not trying to advocate or like become a Fortnite maxi. I'm just super keen on expanding the interoperability of all of these NFTs. And so with Fortnite Creative, I'm almost on the cusp of figuring out if you can link your Web3 wallet to the Fortnite Creative system, then based on what you have in that wallet, you can give game items to Fortnite, like the people on your island. And so I think that's super interesting. If the link isn't there yet, but it's almost there. I've been reading the forums of how you could possibly do it. So if you somehow can link your Web3 wallet, and based on a neat, a SHOP, a POP, or whatever, you get something in this very specific Fortnite island, like a different. On these Web2 platforms, trying to figure out, or us, let's try to figure out integrations into them as they roll out this concept of they're starting to see everybody likes to build things, and Roblox does a great job with it. Minecraft obviously has been around for a while, but now like you've got Fortnite and possibly some other games in their platforms. Grand Theft Auto 6, I think, was teasing the idea of allowing creators to create the content. So we've all been doing that in the metaverse, but like just an interesting thought.
Yeah, I see there is a very strong possibility that they can just swoop in and steal it all, and we still also have to see what's going to happen with other side.
Real quick, how do you know which traits are rare?
So blue traits are the most common, purple is middle, and orange is the rarest.
Oh shoot! I have one right now with one orange.
That's decent, but also you want to look at just the overall aesthetic. Is it something that you love? And I personally look at them like, is this kind of like an iconic looking character that would stand out amongst others? That's kind of what I go after when I mint, and I find that like there's a learning curve when you start re-rolling, and after a while you start to see which outfits are just kind of like basic, and then which ones are really unique. So there's a little bit of like, I wouldn't mint the first one you like, but worst case, just throw a picture of it in the Discord and people will tell you right off the bat whether you should re-roll or keep it.
Nice. It has a purple one too. Everything else is blue.
It's hard to say without seeing it, but yes, last night for like 5 hours I didn't hit a single orange. Where like the first few hours of me rolling, I was getting like 2 or 3 oranges. I have like a lot of my characters have 2 or 3 orange traits, and Morph caught a 4 orange one yesterday, which is doesn't happen. I've never seen a 4 trait one. So if you see that, that's definitely one to consider.
All right, I'm gonna throw them in the chat box down below.
Let's see. Did we lose Lastrom? I think we lost him.
Oh no.
Oh, he'll, like as my grandma said, she always said, like, they'll come back when they get hungry. So there he is. I think, like, we have to look at what does Fortnite do better than we do? Or like, what does the decentralized metaverse do better than Fortnite does? And I mean, Fortnite, Minecraft, I mean, these big companies, they're always going to have an advantage that they can just throw as much money at a project to develop it as they want. Like they could hire 1,000 developers to, move it forward. Whereas like we would have to go through all these steps and like go through the DAO and like go through a bunch of procedural, formalities to get those same things. And it's awesome because it keeps us decentralized, but it also, in a lot of ways keeps us slow, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I was here the whole time. I just wanted to comment and then drop down to listening. But yeah, look, I like the metaverse is great. I just, it's almost like recreating the wheel. And, all these big game studios have built a lot of really good wheels. And so instead of like creating a new wheel, they just made it chrome or made it like alloy. You know what I mean? For them to like just go into Web3, it seems a lot easier than for Web3 to create their own wheel. And so what I was just wondering is if we should be aware of these situations that allow us as the creative people that we are to somehow inject the Web3 stuff into the old wheel system and be a part of that, and be a part of that creative economy that Fortnite is trying to do, or try to push more of like pseudo Web3. It doesn't have to be a completely new wheel, a completely new metaverse like Decentraland. Maybe it can be a mix of Fortnite creative, right? These islands, almost like dream spaces now in Decentraland. You can create them yourself, share them with other people, but maybe there's a little Web3 portion. So maybe the whole Fortnite wheel isn't Web3, but these little micro verses are, which is super interesting to me.
You can't drop down yet, Lastrom, because while you're up here, I would love to hear, because I know you guys got, if it hasn't come out yet this week, it's supposed to, something you guys got going on with Angzar. What you guys got going?
Oh, well, yeah, it's so funny because Angzar sort of led to all of this stuff. And like, just imagine if Angzar was also in Fortnite. I just wanted to get that out there quickly because that would be really sick. So outside of that, yeah, there's like a creator contest, one of our community contests. So we want people to try their skill at creating graffiti art or a neon sign, and we'll have a contest and put a bunch of them up in the cyberpunk city in Angzar. So go to the Angzar Twitter, and I can try this, Kines. I can try to find how to pin a post. I think I did it last time. Yeah, so we just want to engage with the community. We got a lot of fun stuff, and this is just one of many of getting people to help build out and tag and decorate this new living Angzar city.
That is awesome. And when is the deadline for that contest? I know I'm like busy under, way behind. But what is the deadline? Like, how much do I have to scramble?
I think you still have a week. Yeah, or the 12th. So June 12th, I believe. I just tried. I think I successfully pinned the tweet. So that's awesome. I learned something. Worked well. June 12th, and see how it goes. If you have any questions, let us know. We're excited to have the community be a part of it. We also showed off the cyberpunk shipping containers. Those are the sort of parallel to the marketplace tents. So you've got the Dunepunk tent version, and then you got the cyberpunk container version. And we want to figure out ways that people can customize the interior and possibly the exterior of those containers as well over time, and have contests and stuff too. So this is just the first contest to integrate with the community and have them sort of help build out and again decorate the space.
Is it open now for creators to go get their tent or pod or whatever now yet, or is that a ways away yet?
We have all of that in store. What we're trying to do quickly is the Dune Punks are more of they're less technology focused, and so we've gone over different layouts, master plans of how these tents are going to work, and I think we've landed on sort of a concentric radial version where there's going to be 6 or 10 or 12 tents around a circle, sort of in that position, and all of these little circles around the main Dune Punk HQ. So that is there. We need to finalize it, and then the cyberpunks, we're working on getting all the little pieces together in the containers, and then we're gonna have like a big shipping yard essentially of all of these containers, and then we'll probably in 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I'd say, the entire system will go live, and you'll just be able to reserve in the world. There will be no like going to Discord or dropping your wallet. You just go into an unoccupied tent or container, and then you reserve it, and then that's yours to start listing your Decentraland NFTs. And we want to expand it to any NFT.
That's exciting. I mean, it's just it's cool to be able to experience NFTs in a new way. Like otherwise, we kind of just have like OpenSea in our wallet. So to be able to go into Angzar and see them in a different way. Hopefully, I think that's what we need.
Yeah, and just to sort of wrap it all up, what I've been working on, sort of just researching, is how to put Angzar in Fortnite because of the graphics, their physics, their shooting capabilities, the way, all of the mechanics. And then, since we have a separate server of content, right, of achievements, digital items that you'll receive, we've created soulbound tokens, right? Like if you get an achievement for reaching level 5, you get an NFT, but you cannot trade that NFT. It's stuck in your wallet. And we have the ability to turn on or off the transferability of certain NFTs. So imagine if you can have a level 5 achievement, maybe you get something in Fortnite, and making that connection. Once I figure it out, I think it's going to be insane, so that you can do something maybe in Decentraland or maybe even in HyperFi, and then go to Fortnite or vice versa. And
Yeah,
we'll
for
see.
sure.
You know,
That
like
that's
maybe
like
Grand Theft Auto or
that's like
something.
an amazing way, I think, to onboard Fortnite normies into the value of an NFT wallet, for sure. The same way that Reddit did it to their users.
And I keep mentioning Fortnite because it is one of the, I really need to look into Roblox, I guess, as well, and maybe Minecraft. But the bridge between all of these other platforms, if the bridge exists to integrate into Web3, we should be figuring out how to get our Vipes, how to get all that stuff into those platforms, and vice versa. Because again, like I said, I don't think it needs to, like, here's Fortnite over here, here's Web3 over here, here's the metaverse in Web3 over here, here's the Web2 metaverse over here in Fortnite. Like, they should sort of commingle, and how we can figure that out.
Yeah, definitely. That's just, different islands of interoperability, and it's cool because Polygonal Mind has already brought. There's many people that are using their VRMs in Grand Theft Auto private servers, and I've been paying attention to Roblox with my daughters, and Shelly Van and the Metaverse 3 they've been doing tours of Roblox the last couple weeks, I think, and Roblox has really stepped up their game in just the last year alone, and they're the closest thing. Well, they're better in quality than Decentraland, but they're the closest thing in appearance to Decentraland. And I totally agree. Like, there should be bridges that combine all, not to like compete or conquer, but to coexist.
When portal from Roblox to Mewland on Decentraland?
As soon as you build it, sinner.
As soon as I build it, the world is mine. I love it.
I thought somebody was building something alongside Decentraland that would connect Roblox and what's the other one? The
Minecraft?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know, because I think Minecraft, they made a specific statement, like Microsoft, that they were not at all going to support NFTs last year. Like, they were poo on the NFTs, which sucks.
Yeah, but they also said that they can change that at any time. I think that was just a publicity thing, just because NFTs are the devil. That's all that was to me. And I think it's the same thing with Metaverse is dead, all that jazz. Like, even though there's all those layoffs happening with Meta and stuff, like they're still spending millions and millions of dollars on Metaverse design and structure, despite what the press is putting out there.
The metaverse was just born, is still being born. How could it be dead already? I don't get that.
Because it's not hip, it's not cool anymore. Like, it was cool in December 2021, and then
Yeah. It was the hottest keyword that everyone would use. You'd walk into a Twitter space and they'd be like, the metaverse, the cryptos, the blockchains, using all the keywords. I remember when people used to like just slide into my DMs on some bogus shit. They'd be using all the keywords and I'd be like, all right, bro, you are getting ignored.
Well, it was interesting to watch Apple Vision, the presentation of Apple Vision, because it was to me, it was clearly how can we as a corporation, Apple, communicate to a bunch of normies the future carefully, navigating with the right words and stuff and what we're showcasing. And so like everything they were showing to me with my experience in Web3 was like, okay, that's all basic, but I get it. People in the real world have never seen anything like that. So it's like I think all these companies see and know the potential, but now they're navigating through all the bad press. But this is all just inevitable, right? We all agree this is all inevitable.
But there's this huge stigma that the normie has to get over, and it's that we're all just alone in our rooms with these giant headsets on, like playing like Ready Player One, and I think that's like a big hurdle. I think that it's like I don't know why it's like a geekiness or like that I feel is a huge obstacle that people would have to overcome, like widespread, like the computer people, the tech people, they'll get it and they'll get their headsets and they'll jump right in. That's fine. But like to get actual like widespread adoption, people are just going to do the easiest thing. If you can go play Roblox on your phone and buy, I can buy like 80 Robux for $4.99. Just click a button on my Apple phone and I don't even have to know if it's a cryptocurrency coin or, it's a Robux. I don't even know what a Robux is, and it's paid and it goes right through my Apple payment system. Like really that too is what we need to do to make it work, because like look at what the SEC now all of a sudden thinks mana might be a security that would kill any kind of like adoption from Web 2 to Web 3 if all of a sudden like, hey, that those Robux, that might be a security. People are, they're just gonna be like, all right, cool, we're not gonna deal with that next, and they're just gonna like go on to the next thing. So it's got to work as easy as buying an app on your phone for $4.99 that you double click, you give permission, and it goes through. Otherwise, like,
yeah, it's going to become that for sure. It's going to be so easy. I think like early 2000s, you had all these people that were like anti-cell phone, and now look at it. You go to the beach and everybody's on their phone, not even looking at the water. So like I was surprised to see the headset just look exactly like the Ready Player One Apple Vision headset, look just like the Ready Player One headset in the movie poster. It's like straight up, but I get it because art creates technology, and it always has for the longest time, and that's what's going to help people receive it. Like people that are visionaries see past that stuff, but like normies, they need to be spoon-fed basically. So like I was hoping to see something like like a pair of glasses. That's what I wanted Apple Vision to look like, but maybe it's too early to drop something like that. So they need to showcase this Apple Vision looking like Ready Player One, because it's something that normal people, the buyers, are familiar with.
I expected them to be glasses too. As stylish as Apple supposedly is. So I was very disappointed with it.
It's just tough at this very moment, like to insert a computer chip into, like, let's take like a Ray-Ban's like frame, like glasses frame. Like, can you imagine sticking a whole computer into that frame? I like at least like we may be close to the technology, but maybe it like costs a lot and it's not scalable. But
I think we'd have difference from where the CPU and the frames are getting so hot from like trying to operate and trying to like do all this shit that we'd get like burns. We'd be like, oh, your glasses overheated again, didn't they?
First lawsuits are going to be scary.
oh my God, I didn't think of that. Can you imagine like a chip like malfunctioning, sparking in someone's face and like the little burn like wherever? Like, oh no.
Yeah, well, like my laptop gets puffy every time it gets hot. I'm pretty sure it's gonna like blow up in my face. So that's just, I'm like sensitive to those things.
This is all the same dialogue as like the Neuralink. Like there's so many people nowadays. They're like, I'll never put a chip in my body, but like I guarantee you will. You'll put a chip in your body when it means you'll no longer have back pain, or like it'll solve this simple problem. Just injecting a tiny little thing in your body and your problem is solved. Like people are going to start doing that like it's nothing for sure, and that's our future. Like and so VR and everything, and like we're probably not going to even need headsets at some point. You know, it's going to be, to me, it's going to be awesome. I know people fear it, but it's just like, it's just evolution.
I've seen people posting on Twitter AR glasses. The frames are rather geeky thick, but it's progressing along. I've also heard people talk about contact lenses. I don't
Yeah,
I can't put
yeah, those
anything in my
exist.
eye. I
Those
can't put
actually
anything
already
in my eye.
exist, just like Sin was saying. I think it's just really expensive, right? And like back in like 2013, somebody had patented flexible LED screens, or I think it's LED, or I can't remember if it's LCD or LED, but like basically like a piece of plastic that you can just bend and it's a screen and you can get it massive, and like I'm just like, I cannot wait for those to be like mass available, especially when it comes to like NFT displays and showcasing NFTs in gallery shows and things like that.
I was at a conference in August. It was a 3D stereoscopic conference. So it's like the original VR, like the original headset that was invented in the 1850s. And this conference also had picture frames that you could, it's so hard to explain. So with a modern day 3D camera, you can't see the three dimensions unless you're looking at it through VR or through this special kind of frame. But these frames also are made to view your NFTs. So like you could have your VRM in your picture frame and it looks 3D. It looks like you could just like reach in and grab it. And it's a very, it's like, I mean, if you're in that world, you're like, yeah, that company, that's the one you want to go with. But it's so niche that unless you're like going to these geeky 3D stereoscopic conferences, you're like, I didn't even know that existed. And I know that brand has been at a couple of the big NFT conferences. But, it's like, if we would have that screen at like when Absolute Vodka projected Decentraland into Coachella, like if we would have had that kind of screen where it's actually like 3D, and it's the tech in the screen that creates that. It's like, like literally, I try to explain it to people. I'm like, I cannot explain it without having it in your hand and showing you that if you take a picture of the forest, this tree is going to look like it's in your face. The ones over there are going to look like they're way far away. So it's like that technology is out there. It's just like either so niche that we don't know about it, or so expensive that even if you know about it, you're like, the average person is not going to spend $600 to have like a picture frame of their NFT probably on their desk. Although maybe I would.
Yeah, I actually saw that or a similar display when I went to the company that captured Julia, the model that passed away. They had it, and so they put her up in it, and so I got to see her appear in front of me in 3 dimensions. It was pretty wild. She was only like 8 inches tall, but still. And I asked him like, how much is that display, and it was like tens of thousands of dollars.
I think they displayed a huge one at NFT NYC, and I was like totally like fangirling over it, like just like, oh my god, I need this like in my house.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the only way you can see your NFT and the way it was meant to be. I mean, I guess you can't even on a computer. You can't even, because or if you have your mouse, you can rotate it and like see the back of it. But I think that's, yeah, I don't know what we can do to keep that momentum going. I guess they're trying to get it developed and get the word out there. But unless there's like a good use case, you just have a lot of money to burn. That's a hard one.
I think it's coming, and it's going to come sooner than we think. I mean, it's cool to see what, like, people are posting AR stuff, VR stuff, 3D things. They're showing off their drip in Snapchat, or whatever, TikTok, with the AR, and it's just like, right now everything is not fully connected, but I see it all being connected, and like when Existence was saying, just a pair of glasses, like and how they demonstrated in the Apple Vision thing. You're going to combine your real world with your VR world to see both at once, and all that stuff is going to matter to people to the point that everything is going to get cheaper. And like we saw how TV sets, how much they came down in price over the last 10 years, and the quality of technology has gone significantly higher. Like it's just going to continue, I think, in the same way.
In NFTLA, there was a gentleman who spoke at one of the stages about it's about, I'd say maybe about the size of an Apple TV, and it's a computer, and it separates into 3 different parts. One part stays at home attached to TV or whatever, to your monitor. Another part is a battery pack, and the third part is a transferable mini computer, so to speak, so that you could take your AR glasses or XR, whatever you want to call them, out into the real world. It still would be a little bit bulky, but I could see a lot of people getting into that when it comes out. Eventually, of course, it would have to be much smaller and lighter, but basically it's a portable computer you can carry with you. But he's still out there looking for people to buy into it. So I thought it was pretty cool.
I'll be in the market one day.
I mean, it's crazy to see how the entire space has gone forward. Like my first VR experience, I think, was the Google Cardboard, and I don't know if anybody else has used those. And I was like, what do you mean VR is Google Cardboard? Like, that doesn't make any sense. How can you use cardboard to make a VR? And you would just get this little kit from Google, and then you'd put it together, and it just literally was a cardboard viewer that then, like, the whole key behind VR are the opticals. And like the cool thing, like, I geek out on the history, the cool thing is that tech hasn't changed in 170 years. Like the fact that you have 2 optics, like, 3 inches away from each other, that is what makes the magic work. And so without those optics, you don't get that VR experience. And it's the same thing as they had on, old-fashioned stereoscopes. But just to see where it's come since Google Cardboard, I got this really cool VR headset. It must have been like 7 years ago. It was by Disney, and it was specifically for Star Wars. And it wasn't like VR, it was AR. And so what you would do is put the headset on, you would put a phone in the top of it, and then there was a mirror and a projector. And so what you would see on your phone was projected right in front of you. And then, of course, you had lightsabers, and then you had motion tracker sensors that you would set out in the room. And so then you could just go battle your friends with lightsabers. And I think about that now, like how cool that was. But that's old, like, I don't even know if mine still work. The battery might not. Like, oh no, battery. Yeah, it just still takes batteries. But anyway, like it's just like, it is not new. It's just, it seems new to have AR. But that was many years ago. And it's just like, I guess that shows that the tech was ready, but people's ability to like embrace it or grasp it wasn't ready. Like, people didn't want to spend the money. I don't know, it was like $200 or something. They didn't want to spend the money to play Star Wars games. I guess, you just needed to be a mega Star Wars nerd. This is a worthy investment. But just to see how far it's come. And then like the Oculus I had for my classroom, it's heavy. Like, I had a student who tried to use it, but because of his disability, it was so hard for him to move his head. So we would have to hold his head and like move if he wanted to look to the left and right. And so I see that too. Like, they're taking away all of these little barriers that eventually they are going to get to the point where they're glasses. But man, to see how far we've come in, I guess, 10 years. I don't know when Google Cardboard came out. It must have been like 10 years ago. So it's cool. And I think we'll go faster now. Like, we will have exponential growth because there's just more tech in it and more people like designing stuff.
Yep. That is exactly how I feel about all this technology. Like it's just gonna grow like exponentially. I can't even fucking say the word today. Jesus. Anyway, Sinful, put it together. Get it together. Oh, we lost her. I wanted to say hello to Chris. I saw her down in the listeners. Wanted to say hello and give her some flowers for her awesome show at True Band Room. For those of you that don't know, Crossover Krissa played her first show at True Band Room right before Stony on Monday, and she did amazing, of course. If you do see Crossover Krissa, make sure to say hi, and and she's new to Decentraland and Metaverse, so yeah, always feel open to share a tip or two.
Yeah, I want to talk to her too about the first Decentraland musical.
Lol, yeah, I know she would be so perfect for that. I'm sure Shelly is like feeding her ideas of like the possibilities of what can be for her.
All I can hear in my mind. Oops, I think I muted everyone. Ah,
No, that was me. That was
okay, I'm
me.
like, what did I didn't even touch it. All I can hear in my mind is that the plazas are alive with the sound of music. But I'm not going to sing it. Hopefully, you guys know the reference.
I already had as soon as I heard her and thought of that, I plugged it into AI or for or chat, yeah, AI, Chat GPT, whatever, for a rundown or to give me something about a Decentraland musical, and it actually was pretty good. I'll have to see if I can find it. I forget what, because the first song that it listed, it didn't write the song, but it had the title was, and the storyline behind it was kind of good too. So.
Oh my god, my my wheels are turning. Oh my gosh, that could be fun. That could be dangerous, but that could be fun.
So everyone, I have a thought. I think referring to Krissa, we must protect this one at all costs. She gets it. She understands all this. But by what I mean when I say this is like I guess I've talked to a few musicians, like just in chatting or whatever, like just meeting them and stuff. And there's some musicians that are just like, okay, but are you gonna pay me? Or like, okay, what benefit do I get for performing on the metaverse? And then there's Krissa, which she was like, people want to listen to me on the metaverse. This is fucking crazy. Let's do it. Like, it didn't matter to her if it was like one or two people that wanted to listen to her. Like, she just wanted to perform for these one or two people. And of course, I believe we had like 30 people show up at True on Monday, right, Vanessa?
I think so. I think so. I just messaged her. I don't know. Maybe she's busy and had to jump, but I said, we're talking about you. If you want to jump back in, please jump back in.
And so I went and found it, Decentraland the musical, and it actually kind of sounds like maybe you, or Canessa. I almost called you Clarissa. um, but the scene one is the introduction to Decentraland, and the opening song is "A World Beyond Reality."
Oh my god, what the hell? Like, Chat GPT just came up with this?
Yep, yep. And all I did was I said, write me Decentraland the musical. Uh, Scene two. It's called "The Land Purchase," and it's pixels for sale. And it's all about Alice, who comes into Decentraland. She buys a plot of land. Then she sings about her hopes and dreams for her new virtual space. Scene three is the builders. Building dreams is the song. In this case, Alice hires builders. I would imagine that eventually Alice would start learning herself. Then there's the big reveal. Welcome to my world. Alice reveals her new virtual home. There's the challenge, the contest. Alice has doubts. A final contest, and then the outcome. So,
is it a weird time to tell you that my real name is Alice?
it would be very. Yes. I found when I first read it, I found it very funny that they used the word Alice, because the very first thing I thought of was the virtual world with Alice in the name of it. I forget what it is.
Well, that is wild. I mean, I have not interacted with Chat GPT much, but like that, there's like a contest, because that's weird. I mean, it's like there hasn't been a build contest for a long time.
A rival landowner, Bob, challenges Alice to a competition to decide who has the better virtual land. Alice and Bob sing a duet that highlights their rivalry and determination.
Well, I do think that Rustan's first name is Bob, so this is getting creepy.
Vanessa, you weren't supposed to tell anyone that.
Shoot, I'm sorry.
Now Rustan will never trust us anymore.
Do you want to know who won?
I think Rustan did, with evil tactics. Bob Rustan.
Well, the outcome, and the song is Home in the Blockchain. The contest ends and Alice is declared the winner. The community comes together to celebrate. Alice sings a heartfelt solo about finding her place in Decentraland.
Oh my
God. I thought it was pretty darn good for just, 5 words I put in there? Write me Decentraland the musical.
Did it write the songs too? Like,
no.
Okay.
It gives the title and kind of so like the first one, it gives a brief description. A world beyond reality. The chorus. Let's see. The show opens with the ensemble introducing the audience to the world of Decentraland. The chorus sings about the endless possibilities in the digital universe. The land purchase is pixels for sale. Alice buys a plot of land. Alice sings about her hopes and dreams for her new virtual space. So it gives a little bit of kind of what the song would be about, but it does not give. It didn't get that far, but I bet you if I asked it to write it, it would.
Well, that's blowing my mind. I think do it. I think you should get the ball rolling on this.
Ooh. I want it. I love a good musical. I haven't listened to one in a long time.
Oh, I can't hear you talk about like a whole new world without like a whole new world. I mean, there are some classic songs.
My favorite Disney movie of all time. And not the Will Smith version.
What would be the Web3 version of that Frozen song, the really catchy one? Like Let It Be or something like that. Would it be like Let It Rug, Let It Rug?
Or Ledger's out, we're gonna mint this one tonight. Ledger's out.
Oh my God, what have I done?
And get my vibe. Here I'll stop. But yeah, oh my gosh. Remember, I used to use my singing as a torture mechanism to get my students, my high schoolers, to work, because nothing makes them work faster than like breaking into the Frozen songs, and except for a couple students who would sing with me, and we would like do the dance and we would just break out. Anyway, I digress.
So if you're ready, it's a rough draft, it says. I'm not going to sing it because I don't know the tune to it. And that would just be terrible to begin with anyway. Welcome, step inside to a universe where dreams collide. Decentraland, our digital home, a place where imagination freely roams. In a world beyond reality, where thoughts become a galaxy, Decentraland, where dreams are free, a place for you, a place for me. And there's more.
Okay. Okay, so
That was
so
awesome.
here, yeah, that is awesome. And hear me out, one existence. Like I know we're thinking about this with like a kind of like whimsical tune behind it and whatnot, but think about these lyrics with a rap beat. I think GPT might spawn some Decentraland rappers in the future.
Oh, well, it wasn't a Decentraland one, but I created Vanilla Ice and had it write a rap for Vanilla Ice.
Who's got the soundboard? I need that drum roll.
We
Or-
need art. Oh yeah, no, I've got the soundboard. Hold on.
Not that one. You're struggling.
Now I don't know how to shut it off. Okay.
That was me. The last
Okay.
one.
How did you get to do it? Don't I have all the power? I thought I was the only one.
Anybody who's a speaker with an iPhone can do it.
Yeah,
Oh, poor.
I get discriminated on over here. So today in Decentraland, I see like a lot of us, including myself, like woke up to or logged in to having a weird name. Today we have Specimen 13 named Big Magneta Raccoon. And then we have someone else named Wandering Amber Zebra. Man, these default names are really getting wild now. um, for go ahead, Kanessa.
No, I was gonna say, like, how do they get that? Like, it used to just be an animal. It used to be like raccoon or like, llama, and now it's like it's describing the raccoon and the llama.
Not yeah, yeah. Now it's a Wandering Amber Zebra. So, like, for anyone listening, if you like, I kind of like jump into the help thread in the Decentraland Discord, and I guess like a way to fix it would be change your alias on Builder, or make sure your alias is assigned on Builder, then clear cache. After clearing cache, reset your browser about 5 to 6 times, and eventually it should work. All your wearables and your name should come back. Don't be alarmed when you refresh your browser like the first 8 times and you have nothing in your wallet or in your backpack. It's okay. That's normal.
So did you change your name or anything? Like, because I know you struggled with it last week. It was Elixir, and like, did you make any changes to like this week?
I did not. I did not. Like I I literally like dropped into the help thread and I'm like, guys, my name broke again and I didn't do anything, and they're like, can you elaborate on didn't do anything? I'm like, I just logged in and my name's Elixir.
They're like, you are sinful meat stick. How can you be innocent? We know you must have done something.
I've been jumping through different Twitter, or not Twitter Spaces, yeah, Twitter Spaces and Twitch streams, and every time they read my name, they're like, I love like the story or the lore that like gets built in those chats around my name.
So Fancy is 100% behind Decentraland the musical. So maybe be on the lookout for casting calls.
I feel like Krissa is so talented, and she must be busy because she hasn't come in yet. But I feel like she's so talented. We could be like, here's the script. Yeah, here's the script, and let us know what day we have to audition. And she could probably get something totally amazing. And yeah. at like the next NFT NYC. I guess you guys can perform it. And
If we keep talking about her, maybe she'll come back. I know you messaged her too.
I know. I don't think she'll be back. I do now. Now that I remember, I know she streams on Wednesdays, like one p.m. her time, and I think today she has like she's interviewing someone on her stream, so she might be getting all prepared for that, and and we'll see her live in like about an hour.
yeah, that's cool that she rolled through though. That's awesome.
And I'm still re-rolling through.
I
5 got
days.
one with 2 legendaries coming up. Sorry.
So what is your claim process? Like what is your mentality around it? Does it need to have a certain amount of golds? Do you have to like it? Do you in some way, shape, or form have to connect to it and you'll mint it? What
I
is your
have to like.
philosophy?
I have to like something about it. The very first one I rolled, it looked like he had like a third eye. I guess it was. I think it called it cultist. That trait, I did like that. I don't like the word cultist, but I did like that trait. I'd like the eyes to be blue. There's feline eyes, by the way, Sinful. But I haven't really. I mean, without a list of all the different traits, it's hard knowing exactly which ones I want. I wish I liked this one. This one has 2 legendaries and 2 purple ones.
I think when you're just starting to roll, it seems like you really want to see that orange trait pop up, because then you're like, ooh, like that's cool, that's rare. But I don't know. I think definitely if I was giving advice to anybody that hasn't rolled or like gonna start minting on the next round, is I don't know, commit yourself to like rolling 50 times before you buy anything, because
or plan on buying more than one.
Yeah, that too. I mean, I had to like it. Like the one that I bought, a friend helped me get because I didn't have a mint spot, and they helped me. Like I watched them actually roll through on their computers, so that's special to me, just because it was somebody who was doing a nice thing and helping me get a spot. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking for something maybe that doesn't exist. I'm looking for that thought of like ooh, like that's amazing, I gotta have that. But I mean, I think it, I don't know.
I had one that had pastel hair, which was pinkish.
Even the pink hair, it's like not all pink hair is created equal. So like some of the pink hair, it's cool, but it's not Canessa's pink hair. Like if that makes sense. It's like, it's cool, but that's not me. Like that's not her smile, that's not her expression, that's not, I don't know. Like, so it is interesting. Like I think it's a cool opportunity just to discuss like, all right, what is our avatar? Like, is Canessa just pink hair? Like, is it, so then you just go to another metaverse and anybody with pink hair is me? And it's like, no, it's not. Like, I didn't even get a pink haired avatar or like a pink haired Vipe. I got like a brown haired Vipe. But I thought she was cool looking, and like her energy, like she was happy, and and my friend helped get her. So I think it's cool just to kind of like explore like how we interact with our avatars. Like some people, they're changing their look all the time. Some people haven't changed for a long time, because it's something sentimental. So I just think it's cool. I think there's going to be books written about how people have changed their avatars, or how their avatars have changed them. And like, are they just this like third party, just like, okay, this is what I identify with in a game, or is it truly an extension of yourself? Like yeah, I don't know.
Getting a little philosophical here.
I am. My avatar has done a lot for me. My Canessa she's pretty awesome. She's inspired me in so many ways.
Yes, Canessa inspires me as well every day. So I guess I'm just going. Okay. Hey, Mr. Sweet, if you're down there, could you request to come up to speak? Um, I received an email from like Lens XYZ, and I was wondering if it had anything to do with that Lens website that you like post your videos into. Yeah, guys, there's like a Web3 like YouTube out there that like people with Lens can can post
Is that
into.
is that open yet, or do you still need referred?
At last I heard you still needed to be referred, but Mr. Sweet did just come up to speak, so maybe he can touch on that.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? How are you, Sinful Canessa? Thanks.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Len's still on. I think he is for invite. I think I sent you the Airtable form. That basically put you in a wait list. Probably if you got something back, you are able now to get into the claiming of your handle. And yes, it's a wall protocol. It's mostly on Polygon, and it's joining different apps like LensTube. It's for you like a YouTube. There are several for mobile too, like Lensta, like Instagram for images, and yeah, this literally plenty of platforms right now popping up of Lens protocol, and everything is on blockchain. So basically, everything you do, it's a transaction basically. So if you comment, people can collect your comment. If you post an image, people can collect your image. You can literally build a wall fan page there, a wall, not fan page, fan base, based on addresses. So no emails, nothing like that. Totally decentralized. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Literally, I love this. I'm a lot on LensTube. I use a lot of LensTube.
Okay,
I've
so go
I've
ahead.
been wanting a referral ever since I've heard about it.
So my email pretty much it was from a allow list at lens.xyz via Airtable. I don't know what Airtable is. It just says, "Hello, Sinful Mystic. Congrats, the wait is over. You can now claim your Lens profile with my wallet address. To claim your Lens profile NFT, please head over to this." I just thought I'd ask if this was the process just in case I didn't want to click on any links or anything like that.
Yeah, basically, I think I sent you the Airtable form because I was kind of inviting friends around to join in Lens, and Chris, I think Christina was, yeah, I think Christina from the dev department just, I think, dropped this form out because they got a lot of requests. So they do this waiting list for, yeah, to just take it, organize it. I think the same link I sent to you for the form, it's free to share for anyone want to put in the waiting list. So when you receive this mail, probably you can just go to Lens XYZ, and yeah, yeah, start using it, Lens protocol basically. Sorry,
Oh, I
I
think we're
can't.
having. Yeah.
I can't hear Sinful. I think I'm bragging. I'm going to refresh the space and back, and I'm going to come back.
Okay.
Just a
I think
second.
it might be there's an issue with accepting him up as a co-host. So I guess yeah, we'll maybe Rustan can tell us about his 10 avatars while I try to figure this out.
Well, I found one I'm minting.
That's awesome. What calls to you about it? Yay, it worked.
Sorry, I have to go back and forth. um, the eye color is topaz. It does have one. It does have a legendary and a couple purples. I can't see them now because I didn't have enough ETH in my thing, and it put a picture up there of him being all sad and crying. But I like the outfit. Kind of like the outfit he's wearing as well.
I think that might be the mood. If it's like a sad mood, I think that's just the mood you're buying.
No. This popped up when it told me I didn't have enough ETH in my wallet to purchase it. So yeah, he is his mood is sleepy. So, well, maybe that is it. But it kind of looks like he's sad that I didn't have enough ETH to buy him, which I'm fixing right now.
Okay, Sinful, are you back?
I am back. I don't see Mr. Sui anymore. Did he go back down to listeners?
Yeah. I think you guys were both rugging at the same time, maybe? Sometimes it's hard. But yeah, here he comes.
Here he comes. Yeah. Like, I don't know what it was for me. It just like threw me down to listeners, and then I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, I just like to play mind games with all of you. I just randomly throw you all over the place and just just kidding.
So yeah, I can hear you right now, Sinful. Sorry, I didn't hear your last answer after my last words.
What were my last? Okay, you had said that that Airtable link that you sent me is shareable, so anyone can share that and sign up to perhaps like get into lens.xyz.
Yeah, I think you can send it to anyone want to join Lens. I don't remember how much time ago I sent it to you. It took kind of couple of months probably to get to you a response. But I mean, it's a really interesting protocol, and for content creators, I think it's a really good solution for Web3 too. And you can create a lot of things, token gated content, and giveaways, airdrops, a lot of things. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, totally. From what is that platform you post your videos on? What is that called? Is that Lens Protocol or Lens.xyz, or is it like something else that uses?
Is LensTube, which is basically the YouTube of Lens protocol, but because it's only one protocol, basically what's happened is you put something on LensTube, but it's going to appear in any other apps of the protocol. So if you use, I don't know, Lenster, which is the Twitter of Lens, or Lensport, which is the marketplace, the video you post on LensTube is going to appear on your profile in any other Lens app, because the profile it's your kind of fingerprint on Web3 with your handle. So whatever you're doing with this handle is going to be reflected, dispatched in any other apps of the protocol.
Ah, I see. The more I learn about Lens Protocol, I mean, the more I kind of like understand it more, of course, and like want to use it. So I guess maybe I should claim my Lens Protocol name. I hope at Sinful Meat Stick isn't taken yet.
You know what? We should just go and just mint that name everywhere we can. like, and then sell it back to you.
Yes, yes. I better get to signing up everywhere I can. At
By
least
the
on
way,
Simple Music. Go ahead.
is by the way, Epis Wednesday is Wednesday today, so I want to invite everyone to the True Band Room. Of course, sometimes I forget to tell it because I think everyone already knows it, but always there are new users coming, so want to invite everyone. Yeah, True Band Room today, it's Wednesday party. Uh, yeah, just like that. I want to, if it's possible, I'm going to pin up the flyer. uh yeah, so if
Yes.
anyone wants to
And
join.
what time? I like know the ballpark, but like,
I have in front of me that, so I'm prepared. It's 10 p.m. UTC, 3 p.m. PT, or 6 p.m. ET. It's going to be good. It's the same time but different formats.
Let's go, Mr. Sweet, going hard for on the usual Wednesday. For oh man, I love the name of your show, Wednesday.
Yeah, this is a Shelly Van invention, of course. With the True Band, we always play around with with my name. A lot of things comes up like energies or a lot of words. We play around with this. It's so funny. It's it was involuntary. Literally, I didn't knew that Zui can match with a lot of words, but it's funny. I think it's very easy to remind also, so yeah, it's working. I mean, it's funny.
I love that Swenergy, Sweet energy. Oh my god, is it Sweet energy or Swenergy?
Zwenergy.
I love it. I love it. And yeah, that definitely does sound like a Shelly thing to do. I mean, have you seen Shelly with her favorite emote, the thrusting, and how we renamed it to the Shrust? Or I don't know who it was that renamed it. Maybe Shelly, maybe Canessa.
I think it was. I think she was trusting on my leg as I was like, oh, like. I think that's when it came to me. Yeah. And so, when do you make the world's first energy drink, Mr. Sway, so that we can, like, with an NFT, QR code, AR, scannable thingamajobber, and it can be a Swenergy drink.
Using all the keywords there, Canessa.
Hey, yeah, hashtag metaverse, hashtag everything.
I'm going to do like, because I don't drink energy drinks. I drink a lot of coffee, but I start drinking some cold pressed vegetable juice or something like that, green juice, and I can do some healthy Decentraland drink, like a green vegetable metaversical healthy drink, something like that.
You said green chewy. The first thing I thought of was greenies, those things for cats and dogs.
And I thought about edibles.
I thought about celery, nature's soap tasting. Am I the only one that thinks that celery tastes like soap?
Not when you add
Like
peanut butter.
you need to wash the bucket that you're putting your celery in a little bit better.
No, no, it's like all my life it's been tasting like soap to me. And then when you put the peanut butter on it, it tastes like soap with peanut butter on it. And then like same goes with ranch. It just tastes like ranch and soap.
I just don't eat celery, so I don't know because it's horrific and evil. So I'll take your word for it.
I completely unrelated. I saw a video of it was a Instagram little short of like healthy snacks you can give your dogs, and they're like celery, nature's toothbrush, and I was like, I I've never seen a dog just like eat something green, like just because they have to have been starving that dog or something.
Bro, my dog
That's
would spit it out, kick it across the room, and then stare me down.
Probably poop on it too.
that's funny because I was gonna say celery is nature's dental floss.
I
Oh,
can suggest only to don't give dogs broccolis because, guys, it's going to be a chemical things there happening after. I really suggest to don't give. If you have more than one dog, it's really dangerous. I have four. One day I give them broccoli. It was horrible, guys. It's literally, don't do that. Don't do that.
My dog shocked the hell out of me when she got a piece of watermelon, and I could not believe how much she loved it. Rhinodoll. I thought, no way, no way. But it was one of her favorite things.
I can see watermelon. Yes. Maybe mangoes. Dogs may like mangoes. But Mr. Sweet, it's funny you said broccoli because that same video did say one of those treats was broccoli. So now I know. Now I know that video's
Watch out,
cap.
bro. I told you already. I told you.
I've been warned. So I'll just
Oh,
take. Go ahead.
I see our friend Krissa in the audience, so I'm gonna put her on the spot and send her an invite to come up before she has to run away and do her whatever she might have planned for the day.
Hell yes, hell yes.
Yes, she can tell us about the interview she has coming up. Is it today or is it tomorrow? I'm trying to think. But did she say Wednesday or Thursday? Well, now she has to come up. She's probably like on her PC, like, I
I know,
can't.
I know. Existence, get the musical ready. Come on, get the numbers ready. Do
I,
your ups.
I got the first song. It's ready.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm here.
I was gonna say good morning, but I'm not sure exactly what time zone you're on, so it might be good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. But how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for inviting me into this talk. I appreciate it. I was driving when I was listening to you guys. I was listening to the talk about normies and Ready Player One and how you create headsets that are, integrative and human factors kind of stuff, which I thought was really, really cool. But I do have a talk coming up today at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think 2 hours back, what was that, 1 p.m. LA time? But I have it's on Twitch, and the whole thing is creative career and how to integrate it with Twitch and how to talking about it with another Twitch artist, Stream Scribe, and he does it full time, and he transitioned to full time content creation during the pandemic. And so I thought it would be a good idea to kind of give him an interview and kind of pick his brain about his favorite things about it, the worst things about it. And I know a lot of you guys are kind of in that realm already and doing that. So I figured maybe there might be some crossover. I don't know.
Hey, I'm always available to have a chat with Carissa.
And so your performance sparked something. I immediately thought of Decentraland, the musical. Would
Stop
you be
it. That's
interested?
so amazing. I would love that. That would be awesome. Yeah.
I already have I already have kind of an outline. All I did was plug it into ChatGPT, write me Decentraland the musical, maybe some tweaks here and there, but
Incredible.
it gave me an outline, and we have the very first song too.
This is so awesome. I love it so much. Oh my god. Yeah, we can talk more in length about exactly how to do that because I've during the pandemic I was one of the lead characters in a musical that was totally on Zoom. And so we had people in OBS moving around our characters on Zoom and stuff like that. So like I am absolutely on board with that, drinking the Kool-Aid for Decentraland. You know that already.
So any tech people out there interested in helping us with this, please reach out. I'd love to make this happen.
I think you're the director, you're the executive producer, you're the everything. Carissa, I was like, you know what? I was like, I think we could just give her the script and she could just like make it something awesome, because the ideas that Chat GPT are like, I don't know, they're pretty crazy.
That is wild. And I do know some people who are really, really great with musical theater in the genre. And I mean, depending on if they'd want to do it, you know, I actually had one of my writer friends, he did all the videography and the script and the parody writing for the video that's on my YouTube when like you show up on my channel. And it's probably the best video I've ever made as far as just like production value, and he did just a really good job with it. But he has been wanting to write a musical for a long time, and he's been asking me for contacts, and like he wants to write something. He's getting the itch to write something. So I don't know if this would be like, again, he's a normie just like me, kind of. And so I don't know how that transfer would be, and I'm kind of curious to pick his brain about it and see if he'd be interested in it.
Tell him this would be more than just him writing a musical. It would be the first ever metaverse musical.
That would be wild. That would be super cool. I can talk to him.
Carissa, I just realized this is like a totally new stage from Music Matrix. Could you give a brief description of who Crossover Carissa is and introduce yourself to everyone?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Hi, my name's Carissa. It's lovely to see all you guys out there. Canessa, Sinful, especially these two people were the ones who rated me on Twitch over 10 times, it feels like. And I finally got to the point where I was like, tell me more about Decentraland. How do you perform there? What are the parameters? And I had my metaverse debut this week, wild, this week on Monday. So, but I am a singer, I'm an actress, I'm a voiceover artist, and that is what I do. I'm a full-time freelancing artist, and I also teach and coach industry professionals on how to sing, how to use their voice for voiceover work, and how to build up their online presence and their creative career in a way that is scalable and profitable. And I'm in Austin, Texas.
And you drank the Decentraland Kool-Aid.
I totally did.
But I'm very excited to kind of explore what could be done, even with someone with talents such as yours. Like just now, the Decentraland musical idea. Oh man. The ideas are endless. And also I don't know why I missed that you do voiceovers. I don't know why, but now I know.
Well, and I have this is a cool thing on YouTube you can look up if it'll come up, but it's and it is based in Russia, and it's a kid show, and a singing cat is the main character. And it was originally in Russian, then in German, then in French, then in Spanish, and I am their official English person. And so I sing all these songs in a little kid's voice, which is super fun, and I love doing it. And some of our videos have over 10 million views. So it's been really, really popular, and I just have a blast. And I'm actually on break right now from my normal schedule of recording because we have like more in the bank than we need as far as songs. So that's what I do voiceover for primarily, but I also do freelance stuff too.
You know, you just did your little kid voice, and I know we're in a DM with Shelly. You need to get on a call with Shelly, and you need to tell her to do her little kid voice. There was a specific name that Dino had mentioned as a character that she is doing. Do you remember it, Canessa?
I don't, but I know what you're talking about. I feel like I want them to get you in like a group call, and then like Carissa and Shelly only talk in their little kid voice to you, and you guys just try to conduct business and see how long you last.
We could do like a Twitter space talk and just have us talking back and forth, but like about legitimate things, but just in a child voice. That'd be solid.
That's content.
I'm down.
Hashtag content.
Taking notes here.
Bless.
Okay. Whoa. Hello, Dr. Drip. I just saw you pop in. Hello, and hello to everyone. I know I've been bad at saying hello to everyone today, but just know I love you all. Sorry, my ADHD brain just took over for a second. Um, so how was it? We haven't had a chance to talk since like well, we didn't talk on Monday, since Sunday. How'd you enjoy your first metaverse performance at True Band Room? Any takeaways? Like, did you learn anything? Or like about like the process and how you can improve it next time, or kind of like everything was flawless? What is your take?
I mean, I want more time next time. I was like, give me more time. I want like 2 hours. I want to sing for y'all forever. But it was so fun. I love doing it. And what I've noticed is that the community is so inviting and excited about what is happening. And that is just, I can't tell you how appreciated I feel, and I've never been in a corner of the internet where I walk in and I feel like I'm like royalty. Like, you guys made me feel awesome, and it is so freaking fun to be in a room with you guys. And it's like just it's wild, and it's changing my concept and my idea of like what the metaverse is and how people like interact with that. And I gotta say, like, is a really cool, wholesome crowd of people that are very, very excited about music, and that is just like the center of my brand and my marketing. So I'm in a place where I want to be performing every week. Like, I would love to eventually get residencies. I would love to be at the True Band Room every Monday. And Shelly and I are working out a time that'll work, but I really, really enjoyed it. And I know now I think I'm going to do a little bit more pop and lean a little bit more pop, because that's kind of like the vibe I was getting from like everybody in the room of what they enjoy. But I wanted to show you guys all the crazy things I do on Monday. So I sang y'all some musical theater, I sang y'all some opera, and I wanted to specifically kind of like shove that in your face so you could be like, oh, this is what she's capable of. And then kind of just go from there and be like, hey, let's do some pop, let's do some Adele, let's do some stuff that's easy listening and nice to absorb, maybe to microdose myself into y'all's lives.
You know I'll make you sing Adele. How big is that song list to this point?
520 something songs. I think we got a question. We got a raised hand.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna actually even pass it over to him, even if he didn't raise his hand.
Do it.
Meet Mr. Swee. He's I believe he was one of the first resident DJs at True Band Room, and
Oh, heck
actually
yeah.
the first performance I had seen at True Band Room was a Mr. Swee show.
Oh, I didn't know that. Crazy. Love that. Yeah, nice to meet you, Carissa. And yeah, definitely do it. I mean, when I start in Decentraland, I was very afraid about, as an artist, I produce also my music. I was very afraid, to drop my personal music out there. My original music. Actually, when I start playing in Decentraland, I start with usual common DJ sets with, Web2 music, famous tracks, and normal music. Um, but the community itself, it was, as you say, it invite you, to drop your real things and what you love to do there, and something I learned from Decentraland. It's a safe place to literally drop your personal art. In general, metaverse or Web3, it's, I think, based on this. It's totally, at least for me, it's totally different from the mainstream market where, or kind of the Instagram look like everything's perfect, everything. I mean, the natural, genuine course of the things. Be yourself. If you like opera, do it. If you like metal, do it, because out there, the audience is worldwide open. Decentraland has this power to reach every corner, of the world. So you can find always someone likes what you are doing. You don't need to do the things, probably we think are, I don't know, for mainstream or pop or commercial. This is already out there. We have now the opportunity, literally, in stages like through band room or whatever other stage in the central, to literally drop our essence, I can say. I don't know, but yeah, um, would love, to see, uh, variety. I don't know how to say that. It's more things, happening. So yeah, definitely.
I really appreciate you saying that, because I think, I always shrink back into myself. That's just kind of like how I operate, is I shrink back before I expand forward, because the initial fear. But it's like, I I get what you're saying, and you're totally right. You're totally right. And the thing is I had that same vibe with Twitch. And that's why I love Twitch. And that's why I perform on Twitch 3 times a week. That's why I get to do cool interviews with cool people, and it's like content that people are excited about, because I'm leaning so much into what I'm already good at and what like lights me up. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right when it comes to the genre stuff. Lean into what you're good at. Lean into what like. People light up when you light up, and you're totally right with that. Can you tell me a little bit about how it's been with the residency, and like, as an artist, like, have you transitioned some of your, this might be a dirty question, have you transitioned some of your monetary gain or some of your financial weight, I guess, um, from maybe gigs in the outside world to Decentraland? Can you talk a little bit about that without, obviously answer whatever parts you're comfortable answering with?
Yeah, I mean, for the residency with True, being part of the project itself, so aligned with the roadmap and the feature they are offering for artists, 100%. So the residency, of course, provide me, by itself, the opportunity to promote myself, my NFT drops, do giveaways. Along the way, I give away a lot of tracks. I use my music literally like a business card, to let my music known, around the central land, along the events. For me, it's a big return in terms, literally, of let my music going, in some way. Uh, it's literally experimental, everything. The bear market, I don't know if you were in Web3 before, but the market, it is what it is. So things are going, if you still doing what you love to do and you do it with love. If you are doing it, probably just for money, um, probably right now I can suggest to leave everything.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But yeah, definitely, if you can, I can say, diversify. You can create with this technology a lot of things. For example, I have the gig token to get booked for gigs for, I don't know, some project want to launch something or whatever. You can monetize your work in Web3. Yes, definitely, but I think constancy, persistency, and being part, of the community. Definitely, I got, for example, some hard moments when I wasn't able to join literally Decentraland. I felt a little bad because join to perform is different to join and walk around with someone. In Decentraland and talking with people is totally a different experience. So yeah, I literally think it's possible to do what you want to do, and it's possible to get a monetary, a financial independence in this. Yes, but yeah, there is work to do. It's not easy, of course, and we need a lot of passion and love in what we are doing, definitely, to keep going forward in this.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, and it also to me
And
is
I don't
like
know if I answer your question. I'm sorry.
No, you
Sometimes,
totally did.
if
You
my
totally
answers
did.
are not very matching the question, probably it's because I don't understand very well the question.
Oh
Sometimes it's
no, it's
happening. I
fine.
try to surf around what I understand. Sorry for that.
No, yeah. No, you're doing great. Honestly, you're doing great. You're doing better than I am. I mean, I only speak one language, so come on now. But no, I totally get what you're saying, and again, that reminds me so much of Twitch. Like, I spent a year live streaming on Facebook before I even went to Twitch because I was so scared of the technology and I was so scared of being on a new platform. And I was so scared of being a noob and just being bullied on the internet, quite honestly. And so when I started streaming on Twitch, like, I had this huge wall, this huge guard up. And then it was like I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't have any expectations, or maybe I had negative expectations. And Decentraland is just, it's so much like that, and I see the vibes so similarly, and I'm wanting to kind of make it a part-time creative home. So like I'm really down when it comes to spending the time and the hours it takes to eventually build up like the monetization or like the offers, the drops. Like, again, it's a fire hose of information at this point, and I understand very little about it, but of what I do understand, it feels very much in alignment with platforms that are already created that are artist centered. And you guys in this group is really making a tribe of people on this platform that market and are artist centered and are really trying to empower the artists to be able to do exactly what they can do and what they want to do and what they are passionate about. And I just think that's wonderful. I do have to dip out because I have to get ready for my stream, and I gotta, wrap up some things, but you guys are awesome, and I am so lucky that I found this community. So thank you. Thanks for letting me speak.
Thank you for coming up to speak and rejoining. Yeah, we're here every Wednesday at noon Eastern. So if you ever have some time on your hands, just drop on in and have a listen, or you could request to come up to speak and share your knowledge or your points of views, whatever it may be. Thank you, Carissa.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Canessa, Sinful, thank you so much. Mr. Sweet, it was lovely talking to you today. Thank you.
I shot you a tweet if you want to DM me and actually
Absolutely, I will
use it.
DM you.
Awesome.
Absolutely. We will do it, my friend. Yeah, I will. I'll go
Thank
and look
you.
at it. Of
Make it a
course,
great
thank
day.
you. Hey, thanks.
And I guess I'll just take this moment to reset the room. Make sure to like and retweet everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. If any listeners would like to come up to speak and ask any questions or talk about any topics, you're more than welcome to.
There you go, Fancy. There you go.
There you go, Fancy. I don't know what this is about, but I'm encouraging anyway.
He's gung ho on this musical. He wants it to happen too.
Let's go.
Is Fancy gonna have like a leading role?
I mean,
the thing. I don't know that he will.
He better
jump in there.
like.
But there's a spot for him if he wants it.
Have you seen that wearable collection? He needs to be in the spotlight.
Well, we're gonna need wardrobe. We're gonna need scene sets. So
Well, like Fancy and I right here, like don't you worry your pretty little heart. Between Fancy and I, we got you covered. Maybe. We might have to go shopping, Fancy.
Hi. I've been wondering, what's it like? How do you promote and get so many followers and build a community?
Well, welcome, first of all, Cryptic Future NFT. It's wonderful to have you here. Let's see, we've been meeting here for about a year now, talking about Decentraland every week. And have you visited Decentraland before?
Actually, never before.
Go ahead, Simple.
I haven't. I'm new to this. I'm working on this since October last year, and I think it's a great hobby and it's a great community.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, definitely, the Decentraland is kind of like our, for a lot of us, it's our creative hub where we take our creations and display them to the world. For others, it's what they are developing, and yeah, so. I mean, anytime you would ever like to jump on the Decentraland, just feel free to reach out to either Canessa or I, and we could like help you jump in and show you around if you like. And I mean, to your question about like community building, I mean the best thing I can say, and this was told to me by a good friend, the more you show up for others, or if you're willing to show up for others, others will show up for you.
Thank you very much for explaining.
No problem. Thank you so much for coming up to speak. And yeah, if you have any questions about the Decentraland, or like questions about like even what we're talking about, like just general terminology questions, just feel free to ask, dude. More than welcome to share that info. And I do see Decentraland is here. Oh man, Decentraland. We've talked about so much, and in the time you haven't been here, we're thinking about a Decentraland musical now. We talked a lot about AR and VR. You know what we haven't covered today? We haven't covered AI, which I know that DCL Curations wanted to school us a little bit on that.
I know, and I haven't seen Viola for so long, like since the last time we talked. I don't know if Viola is hiding or just like exploring the depths of Decentraland, like the deep, like the, what would you call it, like the outback of Decentraland, I guess.
What if Viola actually reached the mountains?
I want to reach those mountains someday.
I've tried.
The mountains are a myth.
I wish DCL Curations was here because so I started this little project. I still need a few more people if anyone's interested. I call it Untold Stories, where I'm breaking down parts of and what's needed to write a story and giving it out to different people to create. So it could be a hodgepodge, a mishmash of who knows what this first time go round. It's a test, but he's partaking in it, and we're gonna do a reveal once everybody's written up their parts, and I feed it into AI to write a story. We're gonna do the reveal at DCL Curations. However, this, I don't know how much I can say. I wish he was here for it because it sparked the idea for a game with him. and he and I have played a mock up of it, and I want to know where he's at with that. So I think it's pretty fun, and I hoping that's progressing somehow. So
I think he might be working on it. I think I received a message, uh, like something, at least explaining it, and I suggested the perfect person that could moderate to that. Or that I feel has the skills. Our good old friend Proximus. I miss Proximus. I wonder how he's been. I should probably shoot him a ping and be like, "Yo, I
so,
spoke about you today."
so you know what I'm talking about then. Awesome.
Yeah, just because he's been kind of trying to find a way for us to collaborate, and yeah, kind of like suggested it, but it's a little out of my realm.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see how it expands and what it fully becomes. So
Mew mew mew. Okay, on that note,
Metaverse
ah,
Art Fair.
Metaverse Art Fair. Where's that at?
It's coming to Decentraland here in a couple weeks. I think it starts the 19th. Since neither Bay or Oddjob are here.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you the mesh
But
art?
yeah, which
Yeah.
is expanding. Because my understanding was there was not going to be a Metaverse Art Fair this year, or it was going to be much later. But Decentraland decided to team up with Bay and the Mesh Art Fair and make it the Metaverse Art Week this year. But they are still looking for venues that wish to uh, host events, showcase, maybe some other things. Deadline to sign up for that is the 12th. I'll see if I can go grab the sign up for that if anybody's interested. Um, and I'm gonna put it out there that the 92nd Floor Gang is getting in on this too. So, and I see Meta DJ. He's one of the only ones that I know of that's up part of that's in the room. But
That's awesome. And I believe it's the 19th, just to clarify, of July, not June, because that would be right around the corner. So we have a little over a month.
Yeah, okay. I was like had a mini freak out when I heard art fair, and then I was like, nah, I can't be mesh. It's probably something else. When's that happening?
is July the 12th the due date for the form though? I think the form you have to have turned in by the 12th of this month. Oh, I have the form open.
Oh, that could be right. Yeah, the deadline to enter seems reasonable that would be this month, but it's the 19th through
You're
the
right.
3rd of July.
Yeah, you're right. It's right there in front of me. And yes, it is. To apply, please enter your details below by the 12th of June. So
yeah, that looks to be really exciting, and hopefully a lot of new artists come in. And I know that Bay's done a good job of just, like realizing that we also have to have the infrastructure and the personnel behind that to like not just bring in artists and here you go, figure it out, but like because there's so many complexities that are just specific to Decentraland that getting hopefully a few of us to the point where we can help explain like pitfalls and problems that they might run into and have kind of like a seamless way to help people, not just like, oh yeah, are you free tomorrow, but like, yeah, it's I think that'll make it more successful. And if they're successful, if they have a good experience, kind of like Chris said, like you come in, you have a good experience, you are more likely to return. So I think that that's really important as we're coming up with ideas and bringing brands in and individuals within that we are always providing enough support that they don't just feel left behind.
well, do you remember was it Arista 729 cubes. The person that came in and was talking about it was their first display of their art in the metaverse, and it was because of 729 cubes. Well, I reached out to them about and or applying to be part of the Mesh Art Fair, and which she did. So hoping she gets this place in there. Lovely 17, she applied to. Hope to see them. But I added Bay Backner to a artist group that I'm in. Actually, the other artist, because I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but and hook them up so that they could hopefully find more artists as well. But looking forward to seeing her work displayed again, and I'm trying to put her in touch with somebody I know that has a gallery in crypto voxels as well.
I love seeing these connections, how like, you know, you might just come in and have your art up for like 2 weeks, but because of that, you know, experience that you make these connections, that you meet somebody who has a friend in this other metaverse. And I feel like that is like, that's so Web3. It's just so like, so cool to see how that happens. Or even like Krissa, you know, where Sin just chose her, you know, to raid. And because of that, now she's here. And like, who knows how many artists she could onboard. So yeah, I hope that friend of yours or the person can connect with them and somehow come in and stay forever. Join us
and get a name and a dream space.
Lol.
Speaking of dream space, Specimen, you came up a while ago and we have not really talked too much. How are you, and how is your are you building up any dream spaces?
He is pretty dreamy, isn't he?
It just hits different saying dream space instead of world.
I'm sorry. I think I'm going to be that grandpa still calling it world. Sorry, Specimen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually in Blender right now.
What are you doing in Blender? You're acting all secretive over there. Just short answers like, yeah, I'm just in Blender. That's all you need to know.
It's a need to know basis.
Lol.
Are you making something gobble gummy?
No, not gubble bummy, but something more buddy.
Just making a pot plant. Or that, or improving the awesome Mew DJ booth over here. Hey, oh, that reminds me, dude. If you wanna plop that into Hyperfi, into my Hyperfi Mew world, you're more than welcome to. I'll give you builder rights so you could like pick a corner to like take over and build.
Very well. Yeah.
Very well.
Get on that. I'll set up a whole fucking stage.
Lol. I like get there one day and there's just like light lasers and shit.
One day.
It's such a meta moment because like right now I see 4 sinfuls because there's like the automated sinful in the DJ booth and then the avatar sinful and then he's got the screen, so then he's showing up like, no, there's 5 of you. How can there be 5 of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is our meta moment.
How is that possible? There should be 4.
Bro, has Rustan been up here this entire time?
Yeah, but he's rolling. He's just rolling hard.
Okay. I don't know why. I thought like I was just making sure in case he like came back up to speak and and like we've just been chilling.
I thought I was listening, actually. I didn't realize I was still a speaker.
Hey, I mean, you're more than welcome to be a speaker here. I'll even give you
Well, I mean,
co-host.
I have kind of an announcement. I just deployed the new Casa Rustan. I'm fine tuning it, but
No
little
way.
alpha there. It's there.
So,
It's there.
so I can jump over there and get the version 1 or the untweaked version. I'm doing it right now.
So Rustan, you're not like retiring Casa Rustan forever. You're not gonna like burn the file. Please tell me.
I don't think you'll care about that version anymore after this one.
Oh, I will always care. I am stuck on nostalgia. Are you kidding me? Like, I have antiques. Like, I want that to live forever. But oh my god, this is awesome. It is.
I was on the
But
wall,
I'm
on the
stuck.
VIC wall in version 1.
Oh,
Oh
you're in here too, Sin. See, it's a little Easter egg.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, I walked through that doghouse.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Rustan.
All is
Okay.
right in the world. We're still here, Sin. But oh my gosh. Shit's still.
Is this supposed to be a parkour or just like panels?
What is happening?
Oh,
It's just a memory of the past and good vantage points, extra vantage points.
yeah, for footage.
More pools.
Oh my god.
I must activate swim emote.
Where's my floating emote? Yeah. Of course, water level at the perfect height.
Oh, that is good, Rustan. Nice. Because
I love it.
I had to go and stock all the different hot tubs that I knew when I was trying to make this emote. I was like, all right, which one is it going to work at? And I was like, either I go high or I go low. But tried to get it to fit as many as I could. Oh, this is awesome.
There's a little something behind one of the waterfalls.
Lol, I have to go look now. Okay, first person.
Oh, that's cool. Sinful was here.
I was here. I'm over here vandalizing Rustan's new build. I wonder. Now that makes me want to like look at every waterfall and every like corner to see if like there's like little Easter eggs that Rustan has dropped.
I'm sure. Oh, I see a snarky shark.
Rustan is the shark.
Gears. Oh my gosh. The gears. That's so cool.
Oh.
I found this Jim Cedric. You put Jim in the build? That's so cool.
Rustan, is this like did you like take both parcels and make them into an estate? And yeah, okay, now I see.
Yeah,
I took a step back.
I think I've even gone over to the other one. I'm in.
It's all one estate now.
Oh, you have. It's so cool.
How did that work with your POI? Did you get 2 POIs?
No, I just have one.
Because there's 2 on my screen.
It looks like 2 on the little map.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it loaded as 2 for some reason. I only see 1.
Yeah, it's 2 to me.
Weird. And I don't know what you're talking about, seeing Snarky Sharks or Jim Cedric.
Well, I think it was Jim just walking, but I did see, I saw your Snarky Shark on the wall.
I don't know where that is. There is no Snarky Shark on the wall.
There is.
So I think the version that Rustan, are you looking at my screen?
No.
How the hell do you get out of here?
Let me open the stream.
Oh my gosh, this is cool.
Anyways, your community space has turned into a troubleshooting thing.
It's a FAFO. We're
It's a
FAFO.
FAFO. We love it. We live for this.
No,
So
Rustan, if you walk up,
Oh
it's
wait, yeah,
like
I see that. Like the
it's like
original version is there. The original version is still there. It shouldn't be there.
Yep.
yeah, okay. So this
Yeah.
shouldn't be like this.
Maybe
I was over
refresh.
here like this is
Maybe if you
sick.
refresh, I think it's because you didn't refresh, so it probably loaded
Oh,
one parcel.
that's crazy.
We're over here like,
I wonder
look,
if
there's a
that's why I
spiky
can't get
thing.
trying to get the lights to work.
Oh, guys, I haven't been re-rolling this whole time. I lost like 2.5 minutes of my life.
Tisk tisk Canessa. Oh my god. This thing is beautiful. Okay. I thought it was like really cool with old Kazakhstan like in it, but who's compatible?
Oh, also put it to night mode. Night mode is the way.
Night mode is the way.
So wait, I'm loading in. I gotta be patient.
Oh.
I gotta wait. 90%.
Oh my god.
What was I looking at then?
And you probably have one star on the map now.
No way. So Rustan, how
Yep.
did that happen?
It's probably because I deployed to both parcels instead of one, and it never replaced the one by itself, I'm guessing.
Okay, wow. That was, well, I was like, okay, he's just got a lot of trees in the build, but this works. Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Captain Fuchsia Booby? Who is
I think I know who it might be. The luscious hair is
Yeah.
what tells me who they are.
Yeah. I think they have really fancy hair.
Very fancy, very fancy. You're yeah, so fancy if you don't know your name is broken.
But I like it. Oh, it's not Captain, it's Capable Fuchsia Booby. Who came up with these?
Yeah, these names are wild today. Like, what was it? Wandering Amber Zebra. Like before it would just be Zebra.
It's probably like when I am just like trying to build and I name my build like just me working on cool shit. And then I deploy it and forget that I had the build. So I bet that's what it is. But
there's a POI.
Yeah. My POI is me working on shit. So I've learned my lesson. Now it's always very formal and cool. And I am getting a picture with Capable Booby.
Okay, so Rustan, I know you said that after seeing version 2 of Casa Rustan, I wouldn't care about version 1. In a way, you were right, but still, I have memories at the old Casa Rustan. There's still probably like penguin pee marks from in the pool from me and Artreyu peeing in the meta peeing in Rustan's pool.
That's why I had to make the pool bigger.
In penguin
the pools.
That's why I had to make the pool bigger. Oh my god. Next thing you know, there's going to be like a little section within all this that says like penguins only or penguin section.
Did you improve your like filtration system? I mean, I'm thinking maybe it was part of why you had to change it out is that your filtering system
It is the new
permanently
2023 version.
Okay.
It looks on that. Yeah, it looks like he brought in like a natural filtration system through rocks and other natural means.
Is it chlorinated or is it like a saltwater pool?
Saltwater.
Nice. These are the important questions.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
That's awesome.
This is an awesome build. Is there anything that you would like for us to kind of troubleshoot for you? Like
everything seems to work as it should, except for the DJ lights, which I'm still trying to figure out. They might not be ready for tonight because I keep re-rolling. Re-rolling is distracting me.
Oh yeah, thank you. That reminded me. I got to re-roll.
But yeah, I mean, I built this up kind of like I'd done the cove with a top and a bottom spot, no in betweens really, and lots of very photogenic points with the trees and the fire down below and up top, and made the water glow. I don't know if anybody's ever made water glow in DCL, but it occurred to me to make it glow. So
Is it I gotta go to night mode. Let's see.
Yeah, night mode is the way.
Yeah, because I didn't get the glow effect as much during the daytime.
So what makes the pool glow? Is it that you brought in some algae
Yeah.
to
yeah, bioluminescence.
bioluminescence? Yes. God, I love the metaverse.
It's just nice. I've taken sort of everything I've learned in the last 2 years and kind of optimized it into like what really matters in a build, you know. And so there's a lot of places you can hang out in this build, different vantage points, different heights, to have a good time, you know. And then I also, like, you probably have your music off, but the music that's running right now is the same music that I've always used for 2 different versions of the spa plus 2 new songs, with my body paintings on loop. And then you know, when someone wants to perform, then that gets replaced with a mad DJ set.
That's cool.
Oh snap! I see that Coke Smush
I was
jumped in with us in World.
just gonna say that.
What's up, Coke Smush? So, I want like I just wonder like what kind of parties will spawn from this, like, or what this will look like in a full house. Like, you know, back when we used to like pack the roof of Casa Rustan, I'm surprised we weren't at weight limit up there with how many people would hang out.
Yeah, I'm so glad that that you did this, Rustan. I mean, I will always like Casa Rustan that's a staple. Like that is, at least for me. Like those were early party days. But it's so cool to see somebody like keep going and build and like change it and upgrade it, and it still has, you know, Rustan's feel to it. I don't know. Did you transplant the palms? Like, oh, because you
Yeah,
wanted taller palms. Were you able to get that?
yeah. I always wanted to make the palms on the roof of version 2 much taller, and so I did that here. So it's all the same trees from the Cove, from Casa Rustan, just placed everywhere, just like all over the place here. And you know, the same parkour rings that now you can hang out on if you get to the top and look over everybody, and it's just ultimate hangout spot.
What are you like most proud of in this build?
I mean, I just like how optimized everything is. How like, you know, the previous one I had maybe 22 images, this one, of my work on display. This one has 6 just on the roof. You know, there's no gallery to walk through. It's just like to me this is like an ideal way to incorporate community and showcase art, and have everybody together either at the top or the bottom, just like at the Cove.
That's so cool. So let's see. I explored around town, around the top. I gotta go see downstairs. I'm gonna go explore there.
When movie version?
This is like if
probably not going to touch the as far as I'm concerned, this might be the last time I touch SDK in Decentraland, because it took way longer than it should have to make this, since I'm so used to Hyperfy now. But you know, if I did movies here, it would just be on this build, I think.
This is like if the Cove and Kazakhstan had a love child.
And the spa, too. That was the goal.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let me rephrase that. This could get awkward. This is like if the Cove and Kazakhstan and the spa. Well, let's just say whatever happened 9 months later, this came along.
Threesome spawn.
I fully support. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your new build with us. A little early, and yeah, hopefully we helped with troubleshoot or whatnot. Or yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
thanks for
God,
checking it out.
I see Beebs in here.
I
Alrighty.
love it because I think like there's so many cool spots for at least like the emotes that I've made. Like it is really cool because you can swim, you can sit there, you can, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I love walking through the trees. The bottom.
So, okay, I'm kind of noticing this conversation's energy starting to wind down a little bit. So, I'm just going to invite anyone that would like to come up to speak to hit that request button. If not, perhaps maybe we can start to wind down and, continue along our days in our natural metaverse habitat
I
that we
feel
call
like as soon
Decentraland.
as we got into the spa, like the relaxing Kazakhstan, it was like maybe it's because we saw our avatars just like swim and start to relax, but it definitely is like, all right, cool. The chill vibe has set in. Hello, Zesty.
Yeah, how about that obvious money laundering on the wearables market?
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, you don't pay 4,000 mana for a hat.
I mean, I guess we did see, like, okay, back when the Fashion Week had happened, it was that same account, Kira, that bought the 20,000 mana pants, and now this time around they came and like spread it out.
So Zesty, can you help us small-minded people understand what
Okay,
is
so
happening?
I did a Twitter thread on it, and there's part of it that I fucked up because, like, by that point I was getting a headache from looking at Etherscan and Polygon Scan too long, and I missed some detail, but I'll break it down very quickly here. So, you had I don't even remember the names in the wallets. It's all a blur. So, Wallet A has some Metaverse Festival wearables, including the hat, which, as of when I looked Sunday, you could buy for 2 mana, but for some reason, uh, you know, so, pretend you can see my air quotes, but for some reason, it sold for 5,391.94 mana. That's just
And
one.
Zesty, I sold one last month or like 2 weeks ago for 50 mana. Just
And
so
that's
like
a common. Like,
it's common. I mean, there's only 100 of them. They're from the Metaverse Festival, so they're there's a slight amount of rarity, but like I was stoked to get 50 mana. That's like where it should be at.
all right. So, anyways, uh, basically you have like this like triangular rat's nest of wallets, and you have one wallet making offers on these wearables, and then wallet B accepting them. This is after the wallet A bridges the mana from the Ethereum network Polygon, makes the offers get accepted. The mana and wearables change hands, and then it looks like on when you look at Polygon Scan that it's a burn, like they burn the mana, but you see like this meta transaction forwarder contract. So like what's actually happening is the when you look at Etherscan, you'll see it. And H. Provocos actually linked to the transactions. They bridged it. They bridged the mana back to Ethereum, and then I guess swapped it, and they were sitting on just under like 11 Ethereum. And yeah, it's. I was telling a friend if I was going to do like seminars on like blockchain forensics bullshit, that this section of the presentation would be called "Bridging Shitcoins Across Shitnets."
Lol. to, to tell you the truth, like if this space is going to kind of like continue, there really needs to be like some like security forensics companies popping in. I don't know why like
Okay. All right.
cybersecurity companies don't see
All right.
the
Time. All right. I'm gonna get your tinfoil hats on. Oh, remember, MasterCard sponsored Pride last year, and at the same time, they also had that ad deal with DG. If you go and look, they bought a company called CipherTrace earlier in the year, and the shit you're talking about is exactly what they do. And CipherTrace also runs a Polygon validator. So, I mean, I got shit faced on one of Fancy's late night spaces and rambled about this like a year ago, and I think like him and Gold Guy and whoever the fuck else was on thought I was crazy, but like I don't think I am on this one. It smelled like a classic influence operation, except instead of like the U.S. and some banana republic, it's Daddy MasterCard and well us.
May very well be, actually. You're right. Sus.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, if you can really call that FUD, it's just a bunch of little weird, interesting things that line up.
Well, if you get enough little weird things and put them together, they kind of start making a big weird thing.
Right. I mean, it's not nearly as weird as this shit about UFOs in the last few days, though. Like, holy shit, that's been a roller coaster. I'm just waiting.
The government actually approved for him to whistleblow that.
They're UAPs now? Sorry, politically correct. UFOs, UAPs. I think that's so funny. Sorry.
What does that mean? We can't call them UFOs?
Oh, they just changed the acronym.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh, I thought B for body. Like I didn't know.
I heard T and I was like, what?
UAP. Sorry.
I think the Decentraland just went down.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm still vibing in DCL. I
can't get back in. If you guys refresh, you probably won't be able to get back in, so you're the only ones.
It's okay. We'll never leave. This is not a problem for us.
That's where you made a mistake, Rustan.
Vanessa, if you don't leave, the mem leaks will force the issue.
I was in there when everything disappeared. There was nobody, no builds, nothing. It was eerie. It was very eerie.
What up, Faded Felines? How are you, though?
Yo, what's up, Sinful? Kanessa, Existence, Rustan, Specimen, Zesty, all the people and the listeners. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Hey, good to hear from you. How's it going?
Good, man. It was just grinding Diablo 4. The first 1,000 people that hit 100 on hardcore get their names etched into a Lilith statue at Blizzard HQ. So, on the grind, man.
So that's why, like, literally everyone's been going in on Diablo lately. Okay, I
This is
understand.
literally the best installment Blizzard has come out for Diablo. It's like a cross in between World of Warcraft and Diablo 2 and 3.
So, in other words, finally a good game.
Yeah, people that aren't even into Diablo, like since 2 or 3 came out, have been grinding this one. So it's pretty nice. What, baby? You're hungry? Eat your waffle that I gave you. No. Sorry, hold up.
Waffle. I wanted to know more about the waffle.
Speaking of
He's
waffles,
got Mickey Mouse waffles, man.
speaking of waffles, how's the podcast going?
Oh, it's going great. We're actually going to take all the the feedback from the previous episodes, and we're going to do that for our next episode. So all your little jokes that you put in the tweet, we're going to include that into the next one. Like us getting Adam Carolla on the show and everything.
So how do waffles play into that? I'm just curious. Is it a podcast about
Oh
waffles?
no, one of my good buddies, his name's Rain of Waffles. He loves waffles, so I just call him Waffles.
Love it.
But yeah, I just wanted to come up, say what's up. I was in the build checking it out. Want to give a shout out to Rooston for always being innovative in DCL and always coming out with the fire spots. This waterfall is impeccable. The freaking animations on like the NFT frames are so smooth and buttery. Like, it looks great, dude. Good job.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's good to see you back.
And Coke's podcast comes out on Sundays, so be sure to give them a listen. They're fun.
I
That's
just updated my screens using your Twitch stream, Sin, because I can't log into DCL, and I successfully flipped the screens.
Like in live time?
Yeah, with the VL on Nora's VLM, I just turned them 180 degrees.
Okay, sick. I mean, I don't think I was seeing Sawyer on the screen before. Let's go. Or like this collections video. Dude, fucking VLM is fucking sick. Decentraland need VLM now. Anor Gib, Decentraland VLM now. And it's so nice to see you today, Cook Smush. Sorry, Kanessa, I saw your mic unmute.
No, there was just a quiet moment, and I did want to bring up that we were excited to talk about 13's Dream Space, but there is a proposal in the DAO about supporting that rebranding. So the voting options are yes, I support rebranding Worlds to Dream Space, or no, leave it as is. So it looks like that might be something that you might lose your Dream Space. You might have to go back to calling it Worlds 13.
Lol. He's devastated. He can't even unmute his mic.
His fingers are trembling.
It was twitching that whole time, like right over top of it, man. I couldn't even like press it.
The struggle is real.
The struggle bus.
This only has 4 votes.
Yeah, it's interesting because they brought up something. Worlds stuck pretty well, but I'm assuming that it's like this change is because VR chat uses Worlds. So, I didn't know that.
Just call them pocket dimensions and get it the fuck over with.
I know, right?
I don't want to know what they're in.
But are pocket dimensions specifically in the SRD or not?
It's a good question. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that's just a coined term, like by community members, I think.
This awkward silence was brought to you by Dr. Drip. For any of your Decentraland wearable needs, just head on over to Dr. Drip's shop in the wearable marketplace. Pick up some cucumber eyes. But in reality, you probably don't need to because he probably airdropped them to you in a massive airdrop previously. But pick up anything else. Check out these pants. These pants are fucking awesome. I wear them all the time. They probably stink in the metaverse now, but still.
Literally my go-to pants.
I know, right? Like, freaking, like, just goes well with every freaking hoodie. And of course, I got my SRJH rose mid rose on. Yep, I've been looking pretty fly in the metaverse because of my good friends lately.
I am wearing that hoodie IRL, so it's kind of like weird when I see Drip wear it now because like I'm literally wearing it, and so I'm like, wait a second, like there's this familiarity, and I think my brain is like reality, like metaverse, reality, metaverse, like which one am I in? So such a cool hoodie.
On that second awkward note, I guess it's a good time to start ending the space.
I think it's time.
I think it's time. You know the drill, Zesty.
I don't have anything to say except specimen pocket dimensions are mentioned once in the SRD. I looked.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it's under Find Familiar, page 143.
That's strange.
Yeah. Oh, Zesty dipped right after that final comment. He's like, I'm out. Peace.
And Unknower in World is like, oh, I got here just at the end, so I'm like, you can talk Unknower even if you don't have anything to talk about. Come on up, talk about nothing.
I'll pass it over to 13. Final thoughts, dude?
Oh shit. Pocket dimensions are fucking wonderful. Use them at your leisure. No, what the fuck? That's not what I was trying to say. Hi, I'm 13. I love you all. Y'all have a great fucking day. Keep working, keep building, keep creating, and fuck yeah, let's get it.
You're forgetting Brandon 10 Wisher Vodka.
Shit, Brandon 10 Wisher Vodka.
Guys, I am realizing we probably held a much more articulate and like professional and like rigid Twitter space a year ago, and now it's much different. But I loves.
It's rigid on other parts now.
For whose pleasure?
In the pocket.
Fine. Go ahead, Kanessa.
Oh, I said, never mind. It's better I not say that one out loud. Let's get to those goodbyes. I think 13 got it.
Yes, so yeah, Brandon 10 Wisher Vodka, Odd Job 10 Wisher Vodka, maybe in the future CK or Bubbles 10 Wisher Vodka. Who else? Wait. Every time I'm saying Wisher Vodka, I'm hearing an echo. Wisher Vodka. Nah.
I haven't even seen Wisher Vodka for a long time, and like they don't even have to be here, and we're just like advertising. Like they're so smart. Like they could full up leave, and we'd still be like Wisher Vodka 10, Brandon 10.
How can you compete with freaking vodka made out of beets?
All right, making a metaverse moonshine company. Who wants in?
Yeah, I don't think something I don't think people realize about that too is, like Tito's, it doesn't have sugar in the vodka. Vodkas without sugar you're less apt to have terrible, nasty hangovers. So Belvedere, Tito's, I don't think have sugar, or they don't have sugars. And they taste better than the rest too.
Yep. And actually, I believe with, or at least I know with Tito's and Wisher, it's like a good substitute or a good choice for people that have celiac disease. They can actually drink it, opposed to any other vodkas that they can't because, or else they might die.
And I think Crohn's disease too. There's something about it that is easier on the stomach.
Has anyone asked them whose bright idea was it to go and take this terrible root vegetable and turn it into a vodka?
It's I mean it was Kalo, or
Halo.
yeah, it was Kalo. She had, I believe she has celiac disease or one of the two. I don't want to.
That wasn't it the gluten and everything else. Couldn't have it.
Yep. Yeah, so because she couldn't drink vodka, she decided to make her own vodka.
Does this mean you can like make vodka out of a carrot too?
Can we do celery? Remember, guys, we wanted to get rid of the celery, so let's, unless it's sinful, soap celery.
Celery vodka.
There
Why
you
not?
Should we hit up Wisher Vodka for this, or should we start our own company?
Let's start up our own and pretend like it's totally random that we're in, like. Certainly, they won't see the similarities.
If we're gonna make it out of celery, I insist that we call it dish soap vodka. That's gonna be the name.
I'm on board. I'm on board as long as it doesn't taste like celery, because I just hate celery.
It tastes like soap, right?
Honestly, I think I might rather eat soap than celery.
They're the same thing.
You what?
So if your kid mouths off, you go wash their mouth out with celery.
Hell no, this is 2023. If they mouth off, we probably did something wrong and we should immediately apologize.
Lol. On that note, I'll continue our goodbyes. We've been digressing here. 13 not 13.
What?
One existence, final thoughts?
Oh, so many brilliant ideas born today. We have contact. Carissa has reached out to me, so like I said, I got my wardrobe creators hopefully there, so other things will need built, and we'll see what happens with Decentraland the musical. Thank you, and make it a great day, all.
Yeah, yes. Let's see. Thank you everyone for being here. Another marathon, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Couldn't quite make it to 420 this week, I guess. Not enough content, but next week we'll have all the content.
Don't worry, we'll be in the CBD Discord for that though.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll be fafoing. I've been, yep. I think last night, right before bed, I actually leveled up in my AR filter making journey, and I found something that probably was super obvious to anyone, but not me. Lol. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Remember, hit up True Band Room for Wednesday, and then we meet at Dollhouse for Wag Me Wednesday. I think tonight it's hat theme. Yeah, we're wearing our best hats. So yeah, have fun, everyone. Pass it over to you, Kanessa.
Thank you, and yeah, great space. Thank you for putting up with our silliness, our shenanigans, and hope everybody has a good week. And yeah, we will see you next week. And take care.
Act natural.
All right, all right. Hit spy zone, can't log in. No. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Argent? All right, all right. I guess I'll close the stream off. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna raid Krissa. That's what I'll do. Cause she's streaming right now, and she's got that interview thing. So you know, might as well.